Football, for the love of the game.
Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are joining me around the world. Welcome to Friday Night Soccer Club. This is your favorite show on Friday nights. Anywhere you are going, you have to cancel your plan. If you are in a party, just get your phone and actually tune on to us straight away. We promise not to disappoint you. Welcome. I can see a lot of people already actually joining in. Let me see. Tosin David, thank you for joining. Abiola Aziz, my main man from Canada, thank you for joining. Landry, thank you for joining. And also too, I can see on Instagram too. We are not streaming on YouTube today. It's on we're not streaming on Facebook today because we're just gonna be we'll go be on YouTube and Instagram. Then after a while, we're gonna actually cancel the live on Instagram. Guys, let me know where you're joining from. Let me know where you are tuning in from. I'm streaming from Manchester, and I know that Bella Babs is in Canada. I don't know where Larry is streaming from. I know Tosin David is from Scotland. And on Instagram too, I can see that Mimiko is from Highland. Is there? I'm not really sure where he's joining us from. Just let me know. Try and share the live. And as you are joining, make sure that you like it too. It's very important. When you like it, they recommend it more. You guys don't try. You've been. Oh, thank you. You joining from London. Thank you for joining us today. So guys, just like the video too, if you don't actually mind, because you have been, very good to us, and we can't appreciate you enough. As you are joining, Larry from Belgium, thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like the video as you join. Just like the video and also share the video too. Thank you, Gary Cohn from Chicago. Thank you for joining. Please, as you are joining, like the video. We're like 8. Guy Titi Gogo from London. Thank you. That's my brother. From London. Thank you for joining. And Oluwa Komile Olarewaju from Dover. Oh, thank you. That's Dover is in UK. Thank you for also for joining. Thank you. So we are 12 now. Olu Olatunji from Swansea, thank you for joining. Guys on Instagram, don't forget that the stream will be ending soon on Instagram. You have to go on YouTube and actually go and join. John Jones is joining from Afghanistan. Thank you for joining. I know that is slightly far away from the truth, but John Jones, thank you for joining. Guys, as you are joining, please make sure you like the video. You share the video too. If you have our regular, that is meant to be here, is not here yet, just tell them, try and wake them up that Speed Like is live on GAN Football. You can just go on Gant Football on YouTube, at Gant Football 2 on YouTube, or just type Gant Football, put space. Gant Football is one on my head there. Just put space there. You will actually what? You will see it there. You will see our logo. Just join us live. Thank you for joining. Olutayo Dosumu from South End on Sea. Oh, thank you. Thank you from joining. Thank you from joining. Ola Cube joining from Iran. Okay. Ola Cube was formerly joining from Russia. He's not joining from Iran. Thank you, Ola Cube, for joining. He's a regular guy here. Thank you for joining. Fantastic that you guys always make it the date for us on Friday night. I really actually want to appreciate all of you. Thank you actually for joining. I'm going to just try and wake some people up on Facebook too. So maybe they can actually join us too on Facebook, so that it won't so that they will not say, you didn't tell us you're not going to be live on Facebook. So do some Facebook too, just go and actually so guys, those on Instagram, please don't forget to just change to YouTube, because we will soon end it here on Instagram. So I'm going to be doing this with someone today, but it's not here. He's meant to be joining me very soon. He's joining me from Atlanta, so he's meant to be here. But we have to do fast today. I don't want to keep everyone just waiting. So let's kickstart straight away. The show starts, so I will make sure I get you guys to join as soon as possible. So guys, they say that charity begins at home. So I'm going to start with Enyimba. Enyimba is actually out of the CAF Confederations Cup, and they lost 3-1 against Zamalek in Cairo, and that marked the end of their journey, and this is like arguably the most successful Nigerian club, in CAF competitions. They won the CAF Champions League twice. They have been like a team that we always respect to do well in the CAF competitions, but unfortunately they lost in a very scandalous way to Zamalek of Egypt. And some of you might have seen the highlights on YouTube. The way they are defending was shambolic. They crashed out. But on the positive side, Nigeria will still be presenting 4 teams in next year's CAF competitions. So initially, there was fear that if anybody did not progress, we might actually drop down in the CAF quota. But with what is happening currently, it's like Mali did not take the space of Nigeria. So Nigeria will present 4 teams. The first 2 teams in the NPFL will progress and qualify for the CAF Champions League, while the winner of the Federations Cup will also qualify for the Confed Cup, and also the 3rd place team in the league will also qualify for the CAF Confederations Cup. Thank you, Alakora, for joining. So that is the situation with Nigeria. So 2 clubs will still play the CAF Champions League next year, and 2 clubs in the CAF Confederations Cup. So I wish them the very best of luck, but I think we need a better representation in CAF competitions. In all honesty, I think West Africa have not been performing well in CAF competitions. I think that we need a better representation. What they did this year was extremely horrible. But what I would say is that I wish them the very best of luck. I don't think, based on their result, anybody will return to the CAF competitions next year. I'm not really sure, because currently now they are nowhere close to the top of the table, and also the teams on the top of the table, they are doing well. So I don't see them returning to CAF competitions next year. I think the best way for Enyimba to qualify for CAF competitions next year is just for them to win the FA Cup, the FA Cup, so that they can actually qualify for the CAF Confed Cup. So I wish them the very best of luck. So that is that on Enyimba. So thank you guys for actually joining again. Just take a quick thing. So my man from Ghana, Atakura Jima, thank you for joining. We're going to look for a time to talk. I've just been very busy. Rashid Olajimeji said that we are just wasting slots for serious clubs in other countries. Yeah, I agree with you. There are more serious clubs in that country. Lucas, my man, said that I hail you. I also hail you too. The man joining us on C. So that is that about the CAF Confed Cup. Guys, don't forget to like the video and make sure that you like the video. And like the video so that we can show what get more views on it. But I appreciate you on that. So and that is that. So I think so let's quickly move on now. So we all move on to if you've been looking at the CAF what's it called, the UEFA Champions League, a lot of things have been happening in the UEFA Champions League that concerns Nigerian players in the UEFA Champions League. We're going to look at some of them. Yesterday, I watched Siri Kolawole Desas. Actually, what Siri Kolawole Desas was in action for Rangers of Scotland as they actually lost narrowly to Manchester United in the Europa League yesterday. So it was a very painful loss after Desas had a very good equalizer at the end of the day, due to lack of concentration. Nigeria, what's it called? When the Nigerians scored the goal, the guys actually considered nearly almost immediately. So they lost 2-1. But you can see that it was a very good performance from Yusiri Desas. He struck the bar in that game, and he did very well. So for me, fantastic player. He has been under pressure for a very long time. The Rangers supporters turned against him. I remember there was a game he played against Aberdeen when they brought him in. The Rangers fans booed him. I don't know why it's like that. They actually they booed him, but in that game, he scored for them. So he doesn't care. He's a thorough and big professional. He's a guy with a big heart. I just wish him the very best of luck. He has been linked to different clubs too this winter. So I just hope that he gets the best. But for me, if he's still at Rangers, he's going to still get playing time. That is actually what I'm sure. Another player that was also actually on parade in that game was actually his club mate. Actually, his club mate was also there too. That's actually Leon Balogun. Leon Balogun also played in that game, and it was taken off done after halftime. So I wasn't sure. Maybe it was injury, but I saw him limping towards the end of the first half. So maybe it was injury or just like a precautionary measures to not to get him injured, because he has been so instrumental to the team. So I wish him all the best. So he has been linked. So his contract too also ends in also ends this summer in Rangers. I hope that he gets a renewal, because in his recent podcast he said that he wants to stay in Rangers. So I also wish him the very, very, very best of luck. So we also have some other performances too. Ademola Lookman actually scored a goal for Atlanta in the CAF champion in the UEFA Champions League. They actually won 5-0, and he also had an assist in that game. And also too, Rafael Onyedika was solid. When they actually played against Juventus, he was solid for Club Brugge. We also have good performances from Nathan Teller. He played for Bayer Leverkusen against Atletico Madrid. And this guy also did Boniface just came back from injury. He was on the bench against Atletico Madrid, but he didn't play any minutes in that game. So we also had some Nigerian players that performed decent performance, like Victor Latunji too of Sparta Prague. Also did Igor Ogbu of Slavia Prague was captain against PAOK, and it was taken off around the 67 minutes. They lost 2-0 to PAOK. So we also have some performances, here and there. Shubakpom came on for Hayas. They lost to a Latvian club, Ruga. So we'll have like some decent performances, during the Europa League, and I'm pretty sure that the new Nigerian coach Eric Chelle will be impressed with the performance of some Nigerian players in the Europa and the UEFA Champions League, and also to Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen also, also played and also scored. he scored against Dynamo CAF in a 3-3 draw. So where a lot of people are criticizing that he actually wasted so many chances before converting. So we had some decent performances, and I'm sure that Eric Chelle already monitoring these guys. And let's look at how his list we also look like. Oh yes, Dele Bashiru too came on like for Lazio, and he also did well for Lazio. No, so lots of Nigerian players played during the midweek. I can't just touch on everyone so that I will not be out of time. So let me just move on to like a different story now. So I want to just talk about a completed transfer. A completed transfer. Young Nigerian defender Vince Osuji joined Club Brugge in Belgium. So this is a guy that he came from Nigeria. He came from Nigeria. It's not up to last summer. He came from Nigeria last summer. So when he came from Nigeria last summer, after 3 weeks of playing for his club, Kalmar, he did so well in that 3 weeks that they wanted to buy him straight away. Imagine you just signed a player. After 3 weeks of playing, a different club came. They wanted to sign a player to tell you how good this guy is. So Kalmar was able to, they kept him for 6 months, 5 months, 6 months before finally actually selling him to Club Brugge. And they sold him to Club Brugge for about I think about 3.5 million euros, with an agreement with Club Brugge that they have about 50% or so sell-on clause, that if they are selling Vince Osuji in the nearest future, like maybe they're going to sell him for like 100 million pounds, 50 will go to Kalmar. Kalmar too, they are very wise in this business. So he's a fantastic player. In his debut game for Kalmar, he had like 9 tackles. He won like 80% of the area balls. It was so good for Kalmar. But unfortunately, I think Kalmar got relegated in the Swedish league. So they can't just afford to keep him in the lower division. So they have to sell him quickly. Some clubs wanted to sign him. Quick clubs like Bologna, in Italian Serie A, they wanted him to replace Calafiori. Lens sent in a bid. Lens in France, Lens in France sent in a bid. They wanted him to replace the guy that they sold to Man City. They wanted him to replace that guy, but I think he didn't want to go to France. Celta Vigo wanted him to actually join a club in MLS, and also too Chelsea wanted him. Chelsea wanted him to sign for them. They wanted to loan him to Strasbourg in France. To sign for them, you should go and play 1 year in Strasbourg in France before joining them back again. So a lot of clubs really actually wanted to sign him. And there's mention about one club in Germany too, also actually interested. But I like his minders that they wanted him to go to a more of a developmental league in Belgium. So, which is Belgium. Belgium does not have any foreign quota. So I know that there's no restriction because he's holding a foreign passport. There's no restriction for him to play. So I think people working with him believe that Club Brugge is a better club for him, so that he can actually develop. So yes, it was 9 clubs. So fantastic, guy. And if you have seen this guy play, please, maybe I will post some of his highlights. If you have seen this guy play, you will know exactly why we are talking about him. He's a very good player, and I see him as the replacement for William Troost-Ekong in years to come. I just hope that he can continue to develop. He's a complete young player. Some of this guy was part of the Nigerian under-17 before, but because in his under-17 they did not qualify, that is why you don't really know him. If they had qualified, I know that it's called it's called Vince Osuji. If you know this guy, he played under-17 before, under Fataya Mao. If they qualified then, okay, that was when COVID happened. If they qualified, then you will have known this guy. In fact, if they qualify them for the World Cup, this guy will not start in Sweden. This guy will be starting like Man City, Barca. I'm telling you, he's that good. He's that good. So that's why we are saying that we should invest in our under 17. That is where we get talents from. I wish this guy the very best of luck. I won't IoT will back me up on this. This guy is a very, very good player, and I'm happy that he didn't go to Bologna in the Italian Serie A. He went to Club Brugge. He's going to be playing the Champions League, also playing a very top club in Belgium. I wish him the very best of luck. And fantastic player. His tackle rate is very good, long range passes, and also very strong in the air. You know, I won't lie to you. This guy might crash and break into the team going to the Nations Cup this year, sorry. If he continue with this momentum and play very well for Club Brugge, this guy might be going to the AFCON for the Super Eagles. Just to watch out for him. I wish him the very best of luck. So there's also some rumors too about Nigerian players actually moving. There's been rumors about Bruno Onyemaechi. Bruno Onyemaechi, according to reports, Boavista already agreed. They already agreed that about 2.5 million pounds deal or so. They already agreed about 2.5 million pounds euros with Boavista. What's it called? To sell him. So I also wish him the very best of luck. The deal is not official yet, but I think that I think they are dusting the papers and everything, visa and everything. I think he might be leaving for what's it called? Yeah, he might be leaving to join Olympiacos as soon as possible. There's also been reports too that Ako Adams, former Nigerian under 20 international, that he played for Montpellier in France. Montpellier is a deep mess now currently. They're in a difficult financial situation, so they have to look for a way to sell their prized assets. So that's what Ako Adams is on his way to Sevilla in the Spanish La Liga. So you know, they bought a Nigerian striker last year. That was like last summer. That was Kelechi Iheanacho, but he failed to deliver. So now they are getting another Nigerian striker, Ako Adams. I just hope that Ako Adams will hit the ground running for Sevilla and also score the goals too for Sevilla. Fantastic player, hardworking. You know, I believe that he can actually will do well in a very good Sevilla team. So that means that if Sevilla is signing Ako Adams, they are trying to move on from Kelechi Iheanacho, because if you know, some of you might think that we can project what will happen in the future. I saw Kelechi play during preseason, and what I saw, I realized that this guy is not ready. And 6 months or 4 months after, can see clearly what he's doing in the Spanish La Liga. For me, the guy is not ready yet. I think there's a lot of things going on. Maybe he needs to just try and calm down slightly. There'll be reports that Leeds wanted to get him, but there's a stronger report in Saudi Arabia that they wanted to actually get him in Saudi Arabia. But the guy just needs to be fit. That is it. For me, I don't think he's fit. I don't think he's ready. He's not ready yet, and he's not active now for national team. I don't want to hear that they want to call him again for the national team, because he's not actually active now. Let me just take some quick comments too. Before I actually move on, I'm still waiting for my host, my co-host. So he's not joining yet. But yes, Titi Gogo said that reports in Sweden said it was 9 clubs. Can you see? 9 clubs was after Vince Osuji. 9 clubs afterward Vince Osuji. So John Joe said Benjamin Felix needs to go on loan. English clubs are not good for young players. Yeah, I agree with you, Jones. Anthony Addy said that Balogun frequently gets injured in high-intensity games. He came off halfway in the Man United game. Only fear for him is coming back to Eagles. Yeah. And I'm hearing reports that the new coach wanted to, he's part of the plans for Eric Chelle. I just hope that he can actually overcome all these things. And hearing the plan that Eric Chelle is a big fan of him, because And I don't want to say much about that, but I can tell you that he's trying to bring him back to the Super Eagles, even as early as the match World Cup qualifier. So, but this injury now, I hope he can assure to recover quickly. So, Ola said that Super Eagles need world-class creative midfielders, box to box, centre back, no sentiments. Where is our Foden, our Palmer? Okay, but Foden de Ajegunle or ide Okrika. So Pierre said that I agree. Okay, I know what I agree for. Larry said that he came from the Canina Royal Sport Academy in Port Harcourt. Okay, yeah, he came from Port Harcourt. So do you think it will be started right away? I think it might take him a while. It's going to be like Ndidi. You know, when Ndidi came to Genk, it wasn't a starter, but as soon as he became a starter, he never looked back. So for me, I'm looking at a more Ndidi-like start for Vince Osuji. How tall is he? I think he's 6 foot or so. I think he's 6 foot. So Zuberu should call him. I hope so. 1.2 million euros. Wow. Hope say tax. So I hear that he said that Akko Adams against Abi work well. Akko should give him a raise. Okay. Balogun said that Balogun is old but a good player, fantastic player. For me, I want to ask you a question. When last did a 36-year-old play for Super Eagles before? When last did somebody that is 36 years of age on paper like this play for Super Eagles? Play for Super Eagles. Yobo was 34, 33, 34 when Nasenam come out after the World Cup. Yobo was born in 1980. Yeah, I think Yobo was born in 1980. So 2004, it was 34 years of age then. Yobo was 34 years of age when all of na pursue him when they go. Who do you think? Yes, thank you, Eagle Striker. Is 6'2". Thank you, Eagle Striker. 6'2". Thank you, Eagle Striker. Who do you think? So I've played for Nigeria at 36 years of age. No. See, in 1982 Libya, when Nigeria just won AFCON and they brought in all those Shukwu didn't play 82 AFCON. They brought in, I think, Felix Owolabi or so. They were just 31 or so. They were shouting, say, they are too old, it should be going. When you use your genuine this thing, when you use your genuine this thing, it go show for you. If Balogun if Balogun, could be like this, Nigeria is 34 years old, is 40 years. Yes. So on paper, for him to be like, document is this. No. Come on. You have to give him his flowers. And if he plays for Nigeria, he's going to be probably the oldest player to play for Nigeria. I will try and check records now to see 33 to see maybe there was a player older than 36 years of age that played for Nigeria. I don't think so. I don't know how old Mudalawa was in 1984. How old was Mudalawa in 1984? Because he played the AFCON in 1984. I don't know how old he was. So, for me, kudos to him for him to still be available for selection and playing for Rangers in a UEFA Champions League game against Man United. Come on. We see the Balogun. Okay, Mudalawa, I think was 38. Okay, maybe 38. Okay, Mudalawa, because Mudalawa played in 1984 under Koshunik Binde. So I think it was probably old. So I wasn't sure, but my guess that Mudalawa was 38 then. So maybe 38. So kudos to Balogun that is still actually active now. And I won't lie to you. I want him back in the national team, as soon as possible. So as a player, we're going to move on to now. Coach, I wish I will play this thing. So yeah, Nigeria. Somebody said Nigeria 34 years old now, 40 years. Okay. How old was Keshi when he played few AFCON? So Keshi was 18 in 1980. You add 10 to it. That is okay. I think around 34. Around 34. Anthony Hardy. I think it was around 34 years of age then. Because okay, Lawal was 33. Lawal was 33. He was 33 then. To tell you, was 33. Peter Rufai, I was 34, I think. So yes, 1994. I think Keshi was around 34 years of age. So because he made his debut in 1980 against that game against Burkina Faso, I think it was 18 years old then. You add 10 to it, that is 28. Yeah, I think it was around 34 years of age or so. 34 years of age or so. So yeah. So let's move on to a player. Let's move on to a player. My co-host is not here yet. Though. Program is nearly finished. My co-host has said that Keshi was 34. Yes, thank you, Sneaky. 30 was actually 34 in 1980. It was 34 and actually was in 1980, 1994 and 1994. So yes, thank you guys. So okay, the Osuji guy is a ball playing center back. He looks comfortable on the ball, plays like a deep, yes, thank you. I think you have checked him too. 1994. So and the ball and plays like a deep line midfielder. He will do well and play possession football. Yes, happy for him. Yeah. Thank you, Olutayo Odugbemi. You have checked the boy out. Yeah, he's a deep line playmaker. He's comfortable in the midfield. So I just hope that he can actually develop well in Club Brugge. They are really happy to have him. In fact, I can tell you here, Club Brugge, they are not waiting for him to stay long in Belgium. Club Brugge, they want to sell him too as soon as possible. So they don't want him to get his contract. They want to sell him to as soon as possible. They want to make money. So thank you, Dayo. You have checked him out. So then Wenge played the World Cup at Nigeria. Okay, yeah. So I'm just looking for who have played at the age of 36. I don't even think. I hope your course is not Baba Dotun. It's him. I will only support him after Genk win the league. Okay. Okay. You're from Belgium. Yeah. So guys, let's move on to a player. Not so good news. Samuel Chukwueze, the AC Milan winger. Report coming out from Italy is that Samuel Chukwueze. Thank you. Samuel Chukwueze might be on his way out of AC Milan. Sergi Conceição, been saying that he's not really a big fan of Samuel Chukwueze. I don't know. It's not actually what Chukwueze have never played under him. Before, maybe from reports in the club, and saying that he might be on the verge of returning back to Spain to play for Real. To say that there was reports that it was being scouted by Aston Villa, that Unai Emery, his former manager in Villarreal, wanted him to come to Aston Villa, but Aston Villa decided to go for Mullen, the guy from Borussia Dortmund. So instead of going for Samuel Chukwueze, so now we are hearing that he might be going to Umar Sadiq, former club Real Sociedad, to play in the Spanish world, La Liga. I just hope that things are just not working well, for him this time around. I hope that he can actually be able to pick himself up. For me, this is one of the most talented Nigerian player I've seen in recent years. In all honesty, and I thought that when I saw him play for the first time in the African Championship, that was in Niger Republic. How many years ago now? 10 years ago. When I saw him play, I thought that, we are having another Emmanuel Amuneke. But unfortunately, things, is not really going according to plan. A lot of people will argue that give him time and everything, but in all honesty, this guy is wickedly inconsistent. And if you have a good game today, and we have to wait for another month for you to have another good game, what does it say about you? So, and he continued to get the call up for the national team. So, I just hope that he can get his ass together. I hope that he can learn from others that have been down before and pick himself up. I wish him the very best of luck. If he didn't move this window, he need to prove himself to the new manager, Sergi Conceição, that is capable of doing the job for AC Milan. I wish him the very best of luck. This guy easily would have been one of Nigeria's best wingers. If he fulfilled his potential. I saw him similar to Ian Robben. In his days with the under 17, but it's nothing even close to Ian Robben. Having one game today, not performing well in like three or four matches. I was on Nigeria FC podcast alongside with IoT. At the start of the season, I said that I would do a giveaway if this guy can be consistent for 1 month. There's no thing like that. He was scoring during preseason. Said that to play preseason is a different ball game than to play in the to play in the league itself. I hope that this injury goes quickly. I hope that maybe Eric Chelle can actually get the best out of him. But for me, I wish him the very best of luck. If it's the move to Spain back that will actually help him in his career, I hope that he gets that move. And also too, and he can just learn. He's still 26 or 20, 25 or 26 years of age. So there's still a lot of time for him to actually work for him to improve. So we need him national team, but I wish him the best of luck. So that is that on Samuel Chukwueze. Our co-host today would have been Idotun, but he's not. I don't know. I don't know where he is now. He was meant to. He was the one meant to take this story, but maybe he's in a different room. So there is this story. I don't want to take it alone, but I have to take it myself now. It's not what I would like to take, but because of what is happening, we have to take it. Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen. Report coming out from Turkey is that Victor Osimhen was in a nightclub, and you can see the pictures directly there. I think it's from what's it called? It's from a Turkish journalist. So I also tried to investigate that guy too, but I didn't really get much information about him. The journalist that actually took those pictures. So the issue basically was that there was money. there was some people actually died in that city or so, and it's meant to be like a state of money. And Victor Osimhen and his other 10 friends actually Victor Osimhen and his other 10 friends actually went to the club. And when they went to the club, it was spotted by a journalist, and that journalist actually took pictures of Victor Osimhen, and they said that Victor Osimhen and a group of 10 friends left the venue when reporters, including poster journalists, began taking photos. Witness said Osimhen became furious when he noticed the cameras. I'm just reading directly from the Turkish paper now. So journalists described the altercation as as soon as the flashes went off, he started shouting and ran at me. Talking about Victor Osimhen, he said he ran at me. He tried to grab my camera, but I held on to it. He then punched me in the head. I don't agree with that. That Victor would just punch. I don't agree with that. These people can lie too. I don't agree with that. But I'm going to tell you my take on that. So he punched me on the head, the right side of my head, and I'm still in pain. Okay, he's still in pain. Continue. So Osimhen allegedly all his results at journalists and offered them money. That was really a strong allegation. He said he offered them what? Money. He offered them money to delete the images. So when his offer was declined, he issued a threat saying, if these images are released, I will ruin you. So he said, delete the image and I will pay you. When we didn't agree, he threatened us by saying, I will ruin you. You know, that's actually what stated. Let me just take my own. One, what can we establish here? We can establish that Victor Osimhen went to a party. Went to a club, a nightclub. And is he his right to be in the nightclub? It's difficult to say at this time because, there are money in the city, but based on what the pictures I saw, based on what is happening, I realized that there are some people too in that nightclub, not only Victor Osimhen and his group of friends. So it's not that he said, delete the image and I will pay you. So if he says delete the image and I will pay you, if it's true that Victor said delete the image, I will pay you, that means that Victor knows that what he's doing at that moment is not right. What he's doing at the moment is not actually what is not right. If he said that, he said, I will ruin you, and actually was stated. So for me, I don't know. I'm just going to give you my own explanation about this issue. I remember different people normally respond to sad news, money news like this, differently. In some cities, they don't expect people to go out. For example, now I once lived in the north, that part of Nigeria, and there was meant to be a football game in the night that day. Because one woman died, nobody could play that game. Even the Premier League game in the evening, like in the night, they couldn't show that game that night because nobody was actually allowed to really go out. Maybe instead of like money and things like that. So, I don't know how different city responds to news like this, but for me, the only thing I want to bring out here is that for him to say that delete the image, I will pay you. For him to say that, if this is not heard from Victor, if this is true, that means that what Victor is doing, he knows that is not correct at that time. I can hold on to that. This is allegedly. This is not. I'm not confirming. This is what allegedly. If he's saying that I will pay you and delete the image, that means that at that point, I think that what Victor is doing, he himself knew that is not right. And secondly, too, if you are ordinary person and if you are a star person, it's different. Anywhere you go, you expect cameras to follow you. You cannot go in silence. See, the only player that I have seen like that, like can just go anyhow, is this guy, Erling Haaland. The guy will go and buy things by himself in Manchester here. He doesn't care. Camera snap, he goes. As far as he's doing the right thing, he doesn't care. But in the Turkish league, that they worship their players, they worship their stars. So you expect eyes to actually want to be on you. And they are saying that they are struggling in the league and he's partying, he's trying to do this. No, I don't think you can attach that to he should not live his life. Maybe what Victor used to calm down is for him to go out. So there are a lot of things. So it's a lot of things that we have to also put into consideration. So in my own opinion, the only thing I can hold on to is that for him to say that delete it, I will pay you. If it's true, I think Victor knows that what he's doing at that moment is not correct. I will give people chance to come and contribute to this matter, but that I'm holding on to that. So, for me, I think I wish him the very best of luck. This is not the first time they saw pictures of Victor Osimhen partying after we lost the game against Benin Republic in the World Cup qualifier last June. What do you expect him to be doing? He wasn't part of the team. He was in a party in Lagos. So, in my own opinion, I just think that he needs to also understand that he's a celebrity. His life will be outside. So, in my own case, I think that the earlier he understands that he is a celebrity, that all eyes will be on him, the earlier the better for him. The earlier he understands that people will discuss about his matter, the earlier the better he understands. So I just think that people around him too should look for a way to manage him and not just put him in the eye of the storm too much. That is my opinion. So I wish him the very best of luck. Yes, I wish him the very best of luck. And this thing is allegedly, this is not confirmed, it's not this thing. So I will not lay any claims to any of those things. So let me just try and take some quick comments quickly about that. So Lucas, my man, said that he should control his anger. I beg, people will just write anything. What picture did he have that he went the analyst to delete? Okay. Yes, because sometimes I have to be honest with you too about these people. I've been somewhere before, like a party. It's a party that one guy said that I said I'm going to beat him up. I did not say anything to the guy. He said, he saw me in the gate. I said I'm going to beat him up. I did not say anything. I did not say anything to the guy. So all these guys too. So that's why I said that allegedly, I'm not sure, because you have to be able to say, if you do record him saying that, do you record him? Is there any evidence to back that one up? If there's no evidence to back that one up, it's going to be very hard to say that Victor actually said those things. So Henry said that the statement sounds like Victor for real. Okay. I don't know. So Emmanuel said that the guy should be coming down. That is why no club is coming for him. No. Clubs are coming for him. Clubs are coming for him. I don't think this thing. So coming to him. So guys on YouTube, guys, I'm going to leave this Instagram now. So go to YouTube. Go on YouTube, guys. Please go on YouTube. Go on YouTube and go and join on YouTube, but and go and join so that you don't try. And then should go to my co-host is so for me, I wish him the very best of luck. I hope that he gets out of all these things and move on. These are not what we want to be hearing about Victor Osimhen, going to a crucial World Cup qualifier, So I'm going to ask you what playing this thing. So my guy said that Lagwaja, that's his kind of said that Lagwaja is the only celeb that is the only celeb that I know that doesn't worry about the camera. Yeah. Even Lagwaja said now. So I agree with you on that too. Odun Ayo said that he said avoid all these issues because if he's exposed to press like this in Turkey, it will be eating raw in England. I agree with you. Where is almost every paparazzi? Henry said that Henry now only news. Yeah, I know. Victor Osimhen seeks too much validation from the media. So focus on your game and family, Victor. Yes, thank you, Henry. That's actually a very good talk. So guys, you said that I use suggesting if you wear mask clothing. I don't know. So we are here. We are great. So what's it called? It's probably what went to a strip club. I don't know about that. So Paimoyo. So I know do YouTube data. So go on YouTube and ask you what I'm enjoying. So I'm going to ask you what ended here. Victor walks around with security. I doubt he said that. Okay. So that is that about Victor Osimhen. I asked you what wish him the very best of luck. I hope he gets out of this. I hope he starts scoring goals too from open play. We need him very well for the World Cup qualifier. We need him. It's very important to us. We need him. in our World Cup qualifiers. So that is that about the news. So let's just quickly talk about the AFCON draws. The AFCON draws will take place on Monday. So our man OJB will be live in Morocco. So OJB will be live there for us in Morocco. So this is the pot for the draws that will take place. So this is a draws that will take place in pot. So we're in pot 1: Morocco, Senegal, Egypt, Algeria, Nigeria, Ivory Coast. Pot 2: Cameroon, Tunisia. So Cameroon, Tunisia, South Africa, Mali, DR Congo, Burkina Faso, Angola, Gabon, Uganda, Equatorial Guinea, Zambia, and Benin Republic, Mozambique, Comoros, Sudan, Tanzania, Botswana, and actually Zimbabwe. So guys, I'm going to end it on Instagram now quickly, so that you guys on Instagram, you're very stubborn. You did not go anywhere. You're very stubborn. You didn't go anywhere. I'm going to end it on Instagram now. Go on YouTube and go and join. So guys, I'm going to end it on Instagram now. Go on YouTube and go and join. I'm going to end it on Instagram. Go on YouTube and go and join. I'm going to end it now. So you can see that directly. Guys, don't forget to like the video, please. Like the video, like the video, like the video. Don't forget to like the video. So pot 4, we have Mozambique, Comoros, Sudan, Tanzania, Botswana, and Zimbabwe. So for me, in recent years, this is the AFCON that we'll be going to, and we'll be having less West African teams. That is, Ghana did not qualify, Togo did not qualify, Gambia didn't qualify. We have less West African teams going to this AFCON. Imagine, even Cape Verde did not even qualify. So it's crazy. I just hope that WAFU can work on these things, and we want more West African teams in this AFCON. So it's going to be very interesting. Actually, this is one of I'm hearing that this is going to be the best AFCON ever, in the history of an African Cup of Nations. So, and if you look at the pots that Nigeria will be playing, the pots that we actually are currently in pot 1, we have the strongest teams there, and like I said on Nigeria FC podcast, I would prefer Nigeria to actually play Tunisia. I prefer Nigeria to play Tunisia, and Nigeria to play against Equatorial Guinea in pot 3, and also Nigeria to play, maybe probably, I think which team did I pick? I think I picked Botswana also. I think I picked Botswana, yeah, in the last team. So for me, it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very interesting. I see some tough games too here, and I think that it's going to be very interesting. AFCON. So anyway, said Nigeria, South Africa, Uganda, Botswana. That is going to be very interesting. So our man OJB is going to be live in Morocco. It's going to be in Rabat for us. So it's going to be giving us live feeds from Morocco. So catch him on 27th of what's it called, of January. That's on Monday. And we also have there's a watch along, in Nigeria too, about the draws, because there's a new program. Let's do it again for the team. Maybe they can actually win it again towards the end of in this year's AFCON. So I wish Nigeria the very best of luck. There's not really a lot of things to say about these AFCON draws. I just hope that we can actually get a favorable draw and be able to have a deeper run, even a deeper run, what we did in Ivory Coast. There is going to be, the pick is going to be a lot better. I'm not, you cannot say that, it's going to be a lot better. I'm hearing that they're going to be getting VAR. They're going to be training VAR officials from every part of Africa. So it's not going to be only Morocco team, only Moroccans that will be in the VAR room. So they are going to do this AFCON to be a much better AFCON. It's going to be like a Christmas carnival, because there's going to be some games during Christmas. Some people that travel to Morocco will be celebrating Christmas in Morocco. So it's like a Christmas AFCON. So I've never seen this type of AFCON before. They said there's going to be a concert too during the AFCON. There's going to be a concert. There's going to be different things, during that AFCON, and Morocco government to that projecting a very huge money, a lot of money as revenue during this AFCON, because Harry Coast made a lot of money during the AFCON. So Morocco is thinking that they can double the amount that Ivory Coast actually was made. So this is like more like a business now, and Morocco will be hosting like 3 competitions this year alone. So to tell you that they know exactly what they want. So let me just take these comments quickly from this from okay. Who said that I came late, storm, everyone caused power outage in our house. Oh, so earlier he said that Nigeria, South Africa, Uganda, and Botswana. That's his prediction. Odun Ayo Omobalagi said that Nigeria, Mali, Benin, and Sudan. And we said that let's place Africa group stage. Okay. So can you say that I hope Nigeria gets a tough draw. We play better against allied teams than the disguised small teams. They play us, they give us wahala. I want South Africa. For like IoT does not want South Africa. My reliable host during Nigeria's podcast, he doesn't want South Africa. He believes that Nigeria should play South Africa towards the end of the tournament. So let's just move on now to our, there's no way we can come here and discuss without talking about Eric Shiku, without talking about Eric Chelle. Actually, there's no way we can actually be here without discussing about him. So that's the reason why we look at some of the few things. So we'll still talk about him. I'm hearing that he's going to be arriving. I think he's already in Morocco for the draws. So he's going to be representing Nigeria too there. Like Ibrahim Gusso will be there. Amaju Mervin Peting will be there. I think also Shehu Diko, the National Sport Commission chairman, will also be there. I don't know why all of them wants to go to the draws, but these and also some officials still will be there. So maybe Eguavon, I think Eguavon will also be there. But I think that this guy have been working underground, about what he wants to do. He spoke to some senior members of the team already. Have been talking and discussing about what he wants to do. He believes that if he could get the 2 wins against Rwanda and Zimbabwe, there's a friendly window in June that we can play friendly game to prepare the team and get them ready for the September World Cup qualifier. So he's working around the clock, monitoring Nigerian players, and he's a guy that is very assertive. I will not lie to you. He's a very confident young man. And a lot of people think that I'm very excited about him. Though the NFF, I will say it here, it wasn't the first choice of even. If I can tell you, towards the last minute, it was not the first choice of Ibrahim Gusso, but because if you ask Gusso to employ a coach, it will still not have a coach up till now. So they have to seek help from like different quarters, and some people came out big and they actually got this man, and now he's the coach of the national team, because Gusso was still running. I don't want to say much about that, but now he's there. He's at the ends of affair. He's going to be in charge of the national team. So, and he's happy. He's happy with the project. That is the reason why he put it in his clause, in his contract in MC Oran, that if any national team calls, he will leave. So Nigeria did not pay anything to MC Oran. So that is the major. He didn't pay anything about to MC Oran. So he just actually left, and that's why this man is Nigerian coach. So today I'm going to thank you, Sir Integrity, for that. For that being optimistic about him. So today, last week, I discussed about how important when he said that he believes in scoring goals. He believes that if you want to win a game, you have to score goals. So I showed you how he creates opportunity, how he tried to carve out opponents, and how the strategy that he normally use to score goals in his very attacking formation and also solid formation at the back. So today I went through all the goals that his Malian team conceded during his time as coach of Mali. I went through all the goals. So now, if you're talking about the positives now too, let's talk about the negatives too. How can this thing be prevented? And I can tell you that towards the end, I will tell you exactly what he's trying to do, already working to see that what happened to Mali is not actually what happened to Nigeria. So I'm going to start by just talking to you about some few things. I'm going to start all the goals he actually were considered for. Let me just tell you, in his first 10 games, as a coach of Mali or so, he considered only 3 goals against Gambia, against South Sudan, and against Algeria. Only 3 goals in the 10 games. And he scored how many? I don't know. Let me just double check. He considered only, okay, he considered how many goals? In his first 10 games, 4 goals. And he scored like 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. He scored 21 goals. He scored 21 goals in his first 10 games. So it's a very good starter. So I just hope that he can come and start well for Nigeria. If he can start well for Nigeria, we'll go to the World Cup. The first 4 games, you can get it right for Nigeria, we'll go to the World Cup. So let me just look at those. I couldn't play the video, so because of copyright. So I just took pictures about key moments leading to the goals that we considered against he considered when he was coach of Mali. So just key moments. So this was not the first goal, but this was the goal. This was the second goal he considered when he was coach of. No, I will not say the goal he considered, but because the goal that they scored against him in this game was a penalty. But this was a key moment, in the game that I checked and I saw on a regular basis. This, you can see, the Chelle plays with his fullback eye up. So if you are playing with a fullback eye up and the recovery level of those fullbacks are very low, they will get behind. That was what Algeria did here. They did it on a regular basis in this game, but because of the Algerians were so wasteful, and the recovery of the Malian central defenders was just top notch. So they were able to cover these things. But through corner kick or so, they considered the penalty that Algeria scored through Riyad Mahrez. So in this game, it was a penalty that they considered. So, and the key moment was that lessons learned was that the fullback was pushing too high. So Algerians were actually exploiting those areas. That's why you see that it was 3-3 again. Just a simple ball, 3-3. So, but in second half, it changed everything, and his Malian team they got better and they got an equalizer. This game was played in Algeria at the Nelson Mandela Stadium in Nigeria. So it wasn't like home game for them or in neutral venue. They were playing away from home in Algeria. So if you see the second half performance for Mali, it was way better than the first one. And that's a plus for Chelle. If he understands that there's something going wrong in his team, he can correct it. That is one good thing about it. He can correct it. So that was against Algeria. When you check it as Algeria, man, you can see exactly how he changed formation and how the team actually played so well in the second half. So this was the first goal that he considered. This was against South Sudan. And there's the recurring decimal in this type of qualifier is that his crosses. I have to be honest with you. His team normally concede a lot of crosses, because it's so difficult. He plays with a diamond midfield. It's so difficult for opponents to break them down in the middle. So what opponents normally do is that they resolve to go and cross the ball in. And most times when they whip in those crosses, sometimes their defenders are really jittery. They have 2 tall central defenders, but they are fullbacks, and the midfielders are not really tall. So sometimes they concede from this. This was the goal against South Sudan they conceded. When South Sudan scored from this, that was the 1-0. Mali equalized and Mali won the game by 3-1. They played a very controlled performance. This game was played in Uganda against South Sudan. It was an AFCON qualifier. So they won the game by 3-1. This was the first ever goal he considered. It was a cross. The goalkeeper parried it or so. and he struck the post, and a rebounds. Then South Sudan actually was scored from this. So that was it. So you can see that this cross number one that Chile considered. Now, this another cross again. This was against Gambia. This was the third goal he conceded. This was against Gambia. The game was played in Morocco. They beat Gambia 2-0 already in Bamako. So they went for the return leg in Marrakech. This was the game in Marrakech. It was a cross again. With due respect to Mali, they don't. I don't think they can defend crosses the way Semi Ajayi and William Ekong and Bassi will defend it. But can you see that guy called Kohli? He's called Kohli, the captain of Gambia. He rose eyes. You can see those guys were just ball watching. They came to their blind side. He actually was caught straight away, and and that was how they considered. The game ended 1-0. Mali looked for the equalizer, but unfortunately they didn't get the equalizer. So that was another cross again. Cross number 2. Was it from the free kick? Cross number 2. So it's just from set place. That's why this team doesn't really. They don't really. You can't really open them up. That is the problem. That's what I like. Under Jose Pacero, we were creating opportunities, and they were opening us up too much. Under Finidi George, I can't count how many times South Africa opened us up. So one thing I see about this guy is that it's hard for you to open up his team. So that's one of the things I see, from his team. So that's what they consider the game. So team somebody is up to like crossing the ball or corner kicks to actually to score him. So this was a game against Saudi Arabia. If you remember this game, we played Saudi Arabia there. We drew 2-2. So Saudi Arabia went to go and play Mali. Mali beat them by 3-1. So this was the goal they considered against Mali. I can tell you that the guy I cycled there was Ahmad Traore. He's the right back for Real Sociedad. He was already attacking. So when he recovered, he was already tired. So that guy could cut inside and score. So this also points to the way his team play. The fullback are high up the pitch. So for them to recover, this guy was already tired. When the guy caught in directly, he just scored. So when they scored this to make it 2-1, Mali scored the third goal to make it 3-1. So we drew 2-2 in this with Saudi Arabia. They beat Saudi Arabia by 3-1 under Pacero. We drew 2-2 under Pacero. If you remember, the Uzo. Yeah, let me just say this comment quickly from my guy. I said that yes, I believe that I think we were more really competitive defensively with players like Ekong and Bassi. Our problem defensively is when the ball is on the ground. Yes, our defense lose what concentration. Actually, would agree with you that. So Jogi said Sanusi. Yes, Sanusi is a better player than Duarte. Duarte used to play left back for them. Sanusi is a better player than him. He recovers better than him. So I hope he can be fit enough to play a match. He just recovered now. I hope he can be fit enough to play a match. He recovers better than him, and he's a good player. So this was the goal he considered against the Chad Republic. This game ended 3-1. It was Mali. That was Mali defender. He passed the ball to the goalkeeper. The Chad striker he thought he passed the ball to the goalkeeper. The Chad striker just came and he actually took the ball and scored. So this was not like a coaching problem. He was being pressed. He didn't know that he had to pass the ball out. So I will also point to some of the things you have to understand here. He wants his defenders to play from the back, but some of them are not really comfortable on the ball. So when they press them so high, they make mistakes. And I will show you one more after this. When they press them so high, they make mistakes. So this was a pass to the goalkeeper. The guy just pressed them and he actually he scored directly. So that was that. And can you see another cross again? This was against Central African Republic. The guy that I circled in black there was Godfrey Kondogbia. If you know him very well, I think he plays for Atletico Madrid or so. Maybe he's still there. I'm not really sure. Godfrey Kondogbia. So thank you for this watching. And okay, guys, please like the video. We only have 19 likes. When 46 people actually watching, please like the video more. So this is like Godfrey Kondogbia now. Across again, they couldn't break down Mali, and in that game, with due respect to Central African Republic too. They came with a very good word, tactical play. So it was a cross again, and Godfrey is what the cross was by Kakani Kanda. That was Godfrey Kondogbia. He actually was called from that. So this was like the way they scored Mali. Can you see? Cross and cross and cross. That was why I consider you cannot see them, you break them directly. It was a cross and cross, you keep on getting those things. So against Tunisia during AFCON, you can see that these things straight away. They cross into the empty space. Okay, Kondogbia is in Marcel now. Okay, thank you. They cross the ball to the Tunisia actually what they scored against them too. So this was another goal they considered too. They crossed the ball in what's it called? And it was caught by what? By Tunisia. And this was during AFCON. So it was the first one they considered during what? During AFCON. So this was against Burkina Faso in the second round of the during AFCON. It was a cross, but the defender made a mistake. He fouled, the ball touched his hand, and it was a penalty. And Burkina Faso actually what scored that penalty. So this was what led to the penalty. It was a cross too from Burkina Faso, and so he crossed straight, and there was a mistake there from a Malian, what's it called? Malian player. It was a penalty. Then Burkina Faso was scored. So this was a goal he conceded against Burkina Faso. I'm just trying to tell you that when Namadi came on Channels TV, that is coming with somebody that will work with him on set pieces. I know the reason why he wants a set piece coach, someone that will help him defensively and also help him offensively. So he's coming with a coach that can actually be able to do those things for him. So he's going with a very big backroom staff. I wish him. I know that you're as right just saying, just to actually help him and everything. So, and this was against Ivory Coast. They couldn't break them. They couldn't break them down. But when Asamoah came into the wings and everything, they couldn't break them to the middle. But this was one of the most painful games for Mali ever in their history. It's 9 minutes 17 seconds. Adingra just came, just like a rush of blood in the head. It came in through that wings. The whole thing just scattered for them. So the goal they considered against the Ivory Coast in closing stages of the AFCON. For me, one of the very cheap goal to actually to concede. It just came from that right wing, and Adingra is caught. It was like a ricochet, a defensive mistake from that area, and it's caught. So the same thing too, the winning goal for Ivory Coast. A cross, you can see from that area, a cross, and that defensive mistake too. It fell to Fofana. Fofana actually was caught. The existing. So which other goal did you actually consider again? Can you see? Everything is cross. Which other goal did you consider again? Can you see? This was against Ghana in the World Cup qualifier. Can you see? Against Ghana in the World Cup qualifier. It's same thing again. Yes, it's destined to win. Against Ghana in the World Cup qualifier again. The same thing again. You see the cross comes in. Can you see? The cross comes in again. That was Ernest Nilma at the blind side of Sako, the right back. He came in on the blind side of him, and he scored. That was the equalizer in the 57 minutes. And the final goal he actually was considered before he left Mali was actually this. You can see that I circled the ones in red are the 4 Mali defenders. You can see there was a throw, just a simple throw to that guy, the one that I put the blue arrow on. It was a simple press. The guy was not comfortable. If you watch the game throughout, the guy was not comfortable, playing from the back. There was like easy options for him to just clear the ball to the throw. But he held onto the ball for so long. The Ghanaian player pressed him so high, it took the ball away from him. I think it was maybe it was Antonio Semenyo. It took the ball away from him. He passed the ball to Jordan Ayew. Then that was how Ghana won. Can you see? In the last minute of the game in the World Cup qualifier in Bamako. So you can see all those things. I told you there is like similarities. in the goals that she was considered. So now let's look at it now. Do you now think that those things that you actually would observe, do you think we have the personnel in the Super Eagles that can, avoid the mistakes that the man actually would make? If you have been following this program very well, I came with like 2 different formations, and I'm coming with this. Based on this back line, I think this back line is comfortable. It's comfortable, if you cross the ball, I think they should be comfortable. I don't know how it's going to actually play them, but for me, I think that you have some big boys here. Yeah, I'm going to have that segment. So, you're going to actually for me, I look at this formation. This might likely be his formation, and also this too, a Christmas tree formation. You can see the reason why his fullbacks are high, because there's no winger. So the fullbacks are always I try to create opportunities for the striker up front. They are always I gave you about the evidence of the game he played in Congo, when he kept on pushing them, the fullback highly. That was how he beat Congo in Pontenoy. So that is Eric Chelle for you. I told you last week about advantage of his formation, and I told you about what can happen too if we did not things did not go well for him. For me, I think he was just unlucky in Mali. They would have rebranded Mali in a way if Mali just have like a striker or like a better defense line. I think Mali will have played in the final of the AFCON, that year, and then what's it called, the last year. And I think that he's a good tactician, he's a good guy, and the only thing I'm going to by next week, I will tell you about 5 things I will suggest that Eric Chelle should do to succeed as Super Eagles coach. If you can do those 5 things, I think it will actually succeed. It's working, all the time. It's working hard. It's working hard, and it's doing everything to make sure that Nigeria qualify for the World Cup. It thinks that Nigeria will qualify for the World Cup, and it thinks that it can also win the AFCON with Nigeria. I'm telling you, that's his target. It thinks that it can win the AFCON for Nigeria. He didn't say it though, but his target, I can tell you from his close source, his target is that he thinks that he can win the AFCON in Morocco with Nigeria. So that is that. So I'm going to actually give you audience to join quickly. Please make it very fast so that I can go to bed too. Let me just take some quick comments too before. So the link is there on Facebook and on YouTube. Go to the comment section, just click on the link and make it very brief too, so that you won't keep us slightly here for long. Guys, like the video. How many likes do we have now? So we have 25 likes, and some people, half of the people here like the video. We have 25 likes. Please now like the video. Some people are just here. What is this one say? Like the video, guys. Like is free. Like IoT will say, like is free. So the link is on the comment section. So let me just take a quick comments too. If anybody join, I end the live straight away. So thank you. Look at that, guys. I beg, like the video. Let's help you spread the message. For this watching and only 19 likes. Can you see? Only 19 likes. 14 is watching. Please like the video. Thank you. Yes, I agree with you. CIB was destined to win the AFCON. Yes. Mali just unlucky team. I agree with you. Lookman B said that will you have a special section early next week to brief? Yes, I will come live late to just talk about the AFCON draw, my own reaction, and where I see Nigeria. Last time I told you where Nigeria will go. A lot of people do not believe me, but we all see how the whole thing ended. So I will come, I will digest the draws, and I will tell you my opinion about the draws. So where will legs come from if we play If you play Ndidi and Onyedika, I know Ndidi had eyeball intelligence, but African games are too physical. Yes, I agree with you on that. African games are too physical. I just hope that it could. I don't know. But I saw the game he played against Algeria. I was so impressed with him tactically. I'm talking about Eric Chile. I hope we can actually get it right. So I have my Nigerian FC podcast host is here, IoT of Eagles Tracker. So that he's joining from a different angle. So don't be surprised when you see him joining in a different background. So you said that he's in the other room. So he's joining from the other room. IoT, thank you for joining.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's good evening. Yeah.
I'm in my comfortable space.
Okay, comfortable space. Okay. That's good. That's good. So IoT, I know that I don't know, maybe you want to talk about Victor Osimhen's matter, but let's
I mean, I feel like I would probably want to talk about it on Tuesday.
okay.
But no, I mean, you guys that know me know I'm going to talk about it. It's not
Yeah.
me. I know they fear anything or any of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'll just quickly say, shocked but not surprised. That's the same thing I said when I saw this thing for the first time. I mean, it's not a good look. It's not a good look at all. I saw that he posted something on his story today, just laughing. You know, he posted that that funny man, that Ghanaian guy that used to do sports. That was like a sports news anchor. That he'll be talking and he'll be saying the names of the teams. That he's laughing.
Yeah.
Posted it on his story earlier today. I saw that. I mean, should he lose sleep over it? I would say probably not. But should he care? Yes, he should. I always encourage Nigerian footballers to care about your brand, care about your image. You know, for Niger, most people, you say, I go pay you, delete them, then go collect the money, then go delete them. But, you know, when you take Ojota mentality to Istanbul, it's not always going to work, you know. I don't want to name anybody's name, may they not start to vex. But obviously, you guys know the people that I'm referring to. They won't talk about this because now their man be that. Now who go invite them come stadium if they talk about them? Who go give them the next transfer update if they talk about it?
Yes.
You know, but at the end of the day, see, the boy is a young boy. You know, still hasn't fully learned who he is yet. Hasn't fully learned how to take advantage of who he is yet. And I hope that now that something like this has happened, he'll just be more careful in the future. I'll share more thoughts on Tuesday, you know, but for now, I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Yeah. I actually would agree with you, and I go say we don't have to you, but you know, everything is still allegedly. You know, we don't know exactly. Maybe.
I mean, we don't know exactly. I mean, we saw they cannot fake the picture is there.
Yeah, it's there.
But all the other things that that they said he did is alleged. You know, I would just say this: we saw somebody on live video saying, "I go nod your head." So, is it that far fetched to think that I can actually hit somebody's head?
Yes.
You know, it's like if I've said, oh, I would do something before, and then I do something that's adjacent to that. Is it that hard to believe? You know, so
somebody said that Simon said that Linda Ikeji posted it later, deleted it. Probably she got a call from Victor. You know, we can't.
I cannot say if she did or she did not, but again, you know that Nigerian media is much easier to control. You know, the thing is that if you look at me on my platform, I don't usually post negative stories like this. You know, when Larry Kayode was having his issues, when Boniface had his issue, I will talk about it, don't get me wrong, and I'll probably post the video of me talking about it. But I'm not just going to share the story to just amplify it. You know, the reality of it is that if I post that thing on my page now, the engagement is going to be high. Like, let's be realistic, the engagement is going to be high. People are going to talk. But at the end of the day, the premise of my brand is to promote Nigerian football players. So I don't want to just unnecessarily talk about something like that or post it without giving context. When I talk about it on Tuesday, and then when I give my opinion on the whole thing, I would then post the video, and then people are able to see the story, but also hear what I think about it, and also what kind of potential solutions, you know, and just add more meat to the stew. But
Mhm.
good luck to him. He's playing a game tomorrow.
Yeah, it's pretty good to go in. You know, that thing that they are not in a great form is going to a party. And also, I want to ask you a question just before we leave Victor Mata. Do you think that he has a right to party too?
It depends. So you play a match on Thursday. No, their game wasn't on Thursday. Their game was on what? Was it
On
was on
Wednesday,
Wednesday?
Tuesday.
Okay, so even Tuesday. So
Mm-hmm.
you play a game on Tuesday. You go out on a Thursday night when you have a game on Saturday. I don't have the team schedule.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. That could have been his day off.
Mm-hmm.
That could have
Yeah.
been his night off.
Mm-hmm.
If it's his night off and he goes out, whose business is it?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I don't have the team schedule. If it was a case of maybe, you know, I'm also not in Istanbul. You know,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you have to read the room. If
Mm-hmm.
maybe the fans have been complaining, people have been saying all sorts of things, then maybe you just tell yourself that okay, it's better for me not to be seen in this kind of place, and you just stay at home. We
Yes.
don't know exactly. Maybe one of his best friends was celebrating something good that happened in his life, and he just
Mm-hmm.
went there. Oh, let me go and support my friend. You know, do you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah.
doesn't, because he's coming out of a club does not necessarily mean that he just went to go and drink and went to go and dance with babes. You know, he could have just said, "Oh, my friend is celebrating his business, or my friend is celebrating his graduation or something. Let me just go there and show face and support him." So
Yes.
we don't have full context. So for me, I always say I allow footballers to live their lives. Their off-field life is their off-field life. As long as they're not
Yes.
doing something wrong or against the
Mm-hmm.
law, I allow
Mm-hmm.
them to do it. But then again, you still have to be cognizant of the fact that you have a brand to protect. You always have to think about that. A lot of Nigerian players don't think about it. Every action you make, you remember that you have a brand to protect. You are a star, you are a big name. People will talk about every single thing that you do. And you can like to say, "Oh, I don't care, whatever I talk about me." But the reality of it is that these things matter. Whether you like it or not, whether you care or not, these things matter. And most of them care, they just like to pretend.
Hmm. 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 So, and actually, what I agree with you. I think it needs to actually monitor his brand. Very important, and I need that he needs to be able to be attractive. But before I move, let me just take some comments quickly. That Nigeria football know they take care of their brand. Their agents know they do their work, and they surround themselves with wrong people. And that is from our man Ola Lucas. And also to my man Ikoye said that why is it so common that our players are having off-field issues from Boniface, Maduka, and now Victor Osimhen. Is there
Which issue did Boniface have?
the driving
Is it
issue,
the driving issue?
the
Okay, that one.
driving issue, the
I mean,
the driving issue.
Maduka Okoye's own is a is a different case entirely. I wouldn't put it in the same bracket. Osimhen
Uh-huh.
and Boniface issue, I can put in the same bracket because that's just you being irresponsible off the field.
Mm-hmm.
Maduka's own is you can go and watch our video that we did on Tuesday. We spoke
Yeah,
about it. Maduka's
yeah.
issue is a whole different issue entirely. But
Mm-hmm.
for Boniface and Osimhen, is a similar issue. It is I'll say honestly, it is immaturity in a sense. We
Mm-hmm.
have to call it as it is. It's a
Mm-hmm.
little bit of immaturity. It's a little bit of not knowing who you are and understanding who you are. You
Mm-hmm.
know, one of our friends, I'm not going to name names, he always likes to say that Nigerian footballers are local champions. That not just for house with them, where they do big way.
Okay, okay.
Outside they don't get level. And they need to understand that they are like, you know, you won't find any of the players that we compare Osimhen to, any of the players that we compare Boniface to. You
Mm-hmm.
won't find them doing these kinds of things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's just the reality. And these
Mm-hmm.
are players that are your peers, but our own Nigerian players, they don't
Mm-hmm.
act like superstars. They don't act like big boys. They
Mm-hmm.
do anyhow thing for clicks online and things like
Yeah,
that. So
yeah.
I'll leave it at that. We'll talk about Osimhen on Tuesday.
Yeah. So we'll talk about him more. So I'm going to leave for Sylvester Matter. Let me just welcome Aidosu. You are meant to take some stories. You said, listen, who said that you went to the beer parlor or you
No,
went to the other room? They could
no,
deal with you quickly.
no. You said 11 o'clock. So
Ah,
11 o'clock was meant to
11
be
o'clock
5 p.m.
Nigeria time
here.
is 10 p.m. UK time.
Oh, I
I
didn't hear
couldn't
that
up around
part.
this time. Yes. So
I'm sorry
people
about
have been
that.
saying that when I was calling you, people said, you went to beer parlor. Is it true that you went to beer?
No.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
just, I was resting.
in all honesty, we're about to actually wrap it up. But I just want to ask this question about you when the first time you posted this guy with Osuji IoT, you were full of high praises, and you don't really praise Nigerian players. You don't, it's good, it's what when you take your neck out for a particular player, now, and in all honesty, I'm also I've been following him just to know exactly what is really up with this guy, Vince Osuji. So, why do you stick your neck out for this guy? This guy is the real deal. Because you posted the numbers and everything. We saw the highlights. What makes this guy so special?
I just think it's quality. For me, there's some players that I watch and I'm just like, this guy is sabi. This guy is sabi. And whenever I watch a player one game and I think that, I'll now tell myself, okay, I need to watch more. And I watched more of him. And I'm just like, this boy is good. He can play the ball well. He can read the game well. He's strong. He's good in the air. He just has all the qualities that you want in a modern day center back. And it makes me happy. It gives me joy. And he's a young player and he's somebody that I think can go far. We named him our number 10 Nigerian player to watch of 2025 on Eagle Striker.
And he's already trained.
We're asking, who is this? Why do you put him there? And I'm like, see, this is the reason why we named him, because I just saw him and I just said, no, this boy is too good for his age, for the league that he's playing. I knew he'll get a move. I'm not going to be surprised if he's moving again in another 2-3 years. The boy has quality, and as long as he can keep his head down, which I think he can. I chatted with him a little bit yesterday after the transfer was announced. If he can keep his head down, stay focused on his football, keep working hard, I think he has all the tools. I think somebody asked you earlier when you're talking about him if he's going to start. I don't think he's going to go there and start immediately. Odones is their starting defender. Odones is quite a good player, obviously more mature, more experienced. So it might take him some games to get into the lineup, but he's one of those players that I believe that when he makes it into the lineup, he has enough quality to keep his spot in the lineup. And we know that Belgian teams, they like to develop players and sell them in the future. They don't want you to play for them for 10 years. No. Just 3-4 years and get out and give them their 25 million profits.
Yes.
They are happy. They're happy with that.
And I'm also hearing that Kalma too. I'm coming to also wants a salon clause, on him.
I won't blame them. It shows you what they think about him. This deal that they sold him, how much was this transfer to Belgium?
I think about 3 million or so.
It's not small money. So Kalma to look and say, in 3 years, would then sell this guy for 25-30 million. So let's at least, if we can see another additional 2-3 million on top in head, let them get that kind of. So I'm not surprised. The boy is a high potential player. I've spoken about him in the past. I've shared his highlights in the past as well. I'm really rooting for him. I wish him all the best. I really do.
Yeah, I wish him too. So I also just a quick one from me. I don't know where you want to talk. What you want to talk about quickly? We have finished everything. So where you came.
Let me just.
You're 1 hour and 3 minutes late.
I'll pay my fine. Let me quickly judge a recap of what we just discussed. See, on the issue of Enyimba crashing out, I think it's high time, like we've been saying, we go back to the drawing board. If we still have the drawing board and get our house in order, because like we say, so when some of our friends come online and start talking about the league, I would say the league is improving because now we can see that people are winning away from home.
I don't know. What's yardstick when you say the league is improving?
Now, just say because now that people can win away from home conveniently and they will go back there and nothing will happen. I tell you that, but are we there yet? No, we still have a lot to do. Because in a long time, we've not been playing well in African competitions. And when you see countries from Tanzania, countries from obscure leagues qualifying for the group stages of African continental competition, they begin to wonder what's actually wrong with us. what's wrong with us? The home win, the away wins, are they being bought, or what's happening? Because I don't see any reason why we cannot get to the semi-final of both CAF and Confederation Cups, because these are trophies we used to win back in the days.
I also, let me just say, cut you. I don't want to talk about Enyimba, but I've already discussed about Enyimba, but let me just say something. I also see what we have to be honest ourselves now is this: there is less talent in the league now. Let's be honest ourselves. There is less talent in the league. Forget about all those hype they are talking about. There is less talent in the league. Those times you mentioned, we had Eric Ejiofor playing for Super Eagles, playing for Enyimba.
Sheyi Ogunsanya.
We had Sheyi Ogunsanya playing for Super Eagles, playing for Enyimba. You have who should that guy again? You have
Amen Yaro.
There's this guy you have. The guy in the midfield, the Kudi, playing for Super Eagles. So then, how many players can play in the Super Eagles and also command a regular start? Playing in their clubs in Nigeria, also being Super Eagles, and you are a starter. You cannot actually see that. And my brother, if you look at the way Nigerian league plays, if you look at the type of football they actually will play, you would be wondering that are these people playing football or they are joking? So for me, I think the level of football is already actually going down. We discussed so many things, but I know that they want to take it from the start and everything. But
let me talk about our star player. Let me just take
because I was talking about before you joined. Yeah.
Yes. See, I've been saying it. IoT, kudos to you. I think you are one of the first few people.
Before you continue, please, guys, we're almost 58 here before. We 34 liked. Some of you are the 20. Some people on 20 people here. They are just like looking at similar. You say we're not gonna like a video.
Yeah, those is like that half of the people that always come on our show, they are just here to wait for you to say something that they can screenshot or they can screen record and then they can send to somebody and say, look at what Smith said about you. That's what they are here for. They're not the support.
just like this thing.
Guys, please click on the like button. It doesn't cost you anything. Just click on the like button, please.
Likes, guys.
Please like and subscribe.
They said that they will not like. I don't know why. Like, subscribe. 35, and some people are here watching me regularly. Say, you will not like your video. And I know you are looking at me now, and I know you. Don't worry. Continue.
Yeah, so like I was saying, IoT and quite a few people are the people that have been saying it well about players. That he's been saying it probably because he said the truth. You are saying the truth, a player will block you. I have been blocked too. I don't hate any players. I love them all, and I want the best for them. And I've been saying it. Victor Osimhen is the poster boy of our homegrown players. And I hope that he can lead by example. I'm telling you, I've been saying it. Fine, you grew up in the slum in Lagos. Sometimes when you grow up in the slum, you have to change your circle. I'm not saying forget those that struggled with you. I'm not saying that. There are many ways you can help them. But you going about, and I've been saying it, I'm ready to say this. Nigerians in Turkey, man, their lifestyle is something else. I got a lot of people there. See, change your circle. Well, sometimes when I see kind of people that Victor moves with, I always like, Victor, you shouldn't be moving with people like this. I've been saying it, but when you talk, people will say, beefers, haters, they will call you sort of names. I don't hate him. I don't know him personally. So I don't have any player in the national team. I'm not an agent. So I don't see any reason why I should dislike Victor. But if he keeps having issues like this, it won't help him. It will not help him. He's going to affect his career. And you know what? this did not happen in your own country, Nigeria, where we can back you up. See, he's been in Europe for long. He should understand the life of Europeans. They will support their own. They will support their own. And mind you, journalists can be very powerful. Journalists can be very powerful. By the time they start writing articles that articles that we get at him, it's going to affect his football. Because he's human, he's young. We can say he grew up on the street. It will get to him and start affecting him psychologically. I want Victor to please change his circle of friends and know when to go out, where to go to, because you're a public figure. Everybody will want to make business out of you. They want to snap you. Bro, if you are gone to a training camp or a place that doesn't mean anything, I'm sure he won't budge about a journalist snapping him. Paparazzis are everywhere. They will snap you. So I want Victor to please, or his handlers to please talk to him. Please get right people around him. Get people around him. We don't hate him, and I want for Ombweni to also talk to him. As his adopted uncle, you should please talk to him. Victor, we want you, please. We love you, please.
You want me to block Ombweni?
So let me just take some quick comments before I show up. I can see Emeka Ise's interview they said here. We'll play, but let me just take some comments quickly. One is that even though all players cannot be the same, Adama Lukman is an exemplary player in conduct, no self-inflicted word, distracting, off-field issues. Even when Rudiger was trying to use bomb to chase him, he was just smiling. There's nothing, that's Lukman for you. Lukman is just easygoing. You never hear even Lukman fight with referee. It's just something that that's Lukman for you.
Yeah, sorry. Let me just say on that. Like, I'm not trying to be divisive here, but like when you look at the Init boys versus the other players, like you can see that behavior difference is there now. Like, does Alex Iwobi get into issues? No, like Iwobi just does his thing. He's a joker. He plays around, plays his football, and gives back to his local community over there in London. Calvin Bassey, same thing. He's a joker, plays around, plays his football, and gives back to his local community. Ola, literally the same thing. He's the biggest joker, plays his football, and just like, do you think those guys don't go to club? Do you think they don't party? Do you think they don't?
I saw Lukman, Ekong, Ajayi, Basi went to like one concert like that. They were just sitting in front,
So it's like these people to enjoy their lives, but they are just, you have to know how to carry yourself off the field. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. So sorry. What about the self-acclaimed Init boys to the former Watford player? Is it also part of?
You cannot become an Init boy by just claiming that you are. The difference in behavior is there, and it's not. To be fair, it's not just the Init boy. It just depends on. Again, I'm not trying to diss anybody, but I think it depends on your own personal values and maybe objectives.
Exactly.
Look at Taiwo Awoni. Awoni is not going to have any off-field issue. He's not going to do anything. He always says the right things. He's humble. He does, like, he's never going to be, I will not do, I'll do this. If you talk to me, it's like there's. I said the day I really knew that this Awoni is different. That day, I don't know if you can remember when I was on live with Xavier Godwin, Taiwo Awoni, and Emmanuel Dennis.
Yeah, I remember that night. Was
2 years ago, where we're having fun, we're just chatting away, and I was on live with these 3 players, and after the live, I was just like, this boy is different. Like, he's just different. You could see the difference in mentality. Someone that wants to listen versus somebody that wants to just challenge everything you're saying. Someone that tries to understand before he talks back. Someone that he's a star, he's making money, but he realizes that he doesn't know everything. He's not at the top of the world, and it just takes different kind of mentality.
But I see the one that was trying to be stubborn too. The one I joined with fake account now that day.
See, not only Taiwo Awoni, I have not heard any negative about Wilfred Ndidi, Moses Simon, and co. See, there are ways you comport yourself. I'm still saying it. It depends on the people you surround yourself with. I'm not taking anything away from Victor. You know, so I grew up in Lagos, especially in some areas, we know the lifestyle. Like I said, okay, look at the match we played in, was in Rwanda or where ago. I saw even this guy invited his friends to come to the camp in the away match, Victor Boniface. Yeah. And some of those friends, like, well,
in the away match, yeah, I was surprised.
Away match, I was surprised. Yeah, these guys should please try and comport themselves, because when you are up there, some people will try at anything, like we call village people, we try everything to pull you down. Don't give them the chance to do that.
Yeah, we have for them to cover, but okay, just give us some.
No, I want some things. Yeah, for me, I look at it that don't be fake, don't be different. But the reality of it is that if you are the same exact person that you were before you made money and after you made money, something is wrong. If you are the same exact person, don't get me wrong, you can still be you, be real. But if some things in your life don't change, in terms of your behavior, in terms of your circle, in terms of how you speak, if you are the same exact person before you made money, after you made money, something is different. Look at all the successful, super successful people in the world. You will see that they changed after making money. And some people will be unhappy that you are changing, but that's the reality. That's just the reality. If tomorrow I make 1 billion, you think I'll be talking to Mr. Adedotin?
Okay, I will come to Canada and drag you.
Let me just get some few comments on the screen, and we move on. So, sorry, somebody said that these comments. Sorry, I want to ask you a question before this comment. I just said that this man said that look, man, fight referee. Have you seen anyone fight a referee? I don't think I've seen. Yeah,
to me, something like that doesn't even matter. Is the passion of the game, you know. Mm-hmm. I cannot even criticize myself when I play ball for my league here. They fight referees, so I cannot even criticize somebody for that. It's the passion of the game. As long as you are not like saying "f you," you are not insulting the referee. If you just they passionate, you they hot now. If call don't go your way, you could just run. Ref, what are you doing? You know, that one I cannot blame anybody. As long as nobody say you they insult the referee or something like that.
Yeah, that one is protesting a call from the referee, not fighting.
That passion.
That passion. So let me just quickly comment. This one to IoT said, ever since the first day IoT posted Osuji, I've been following his games. There's another player in AS Tracing, Emmanuel Uchegbu. He's a player to work. Do you know this player talking about? Emmanuel Uchegbu?
Emmanuel Uchegbu, 19-year-old defender. I know him.
Very good player.
I'm not going to stick my neck out for him yet.
Okay.
Stick my neck out for him yet.
Straightforward. Straightforward.
Don't get me wrong, he's doing well in Slovakia. You know, he's doing.
Is he a center defender?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's doing well, but I'm not going to stick my neck out for him yet. I think he needs to do better in the league that he is. I need him to be. Wait, am I thinking of the wrong person? Somebody said he's a winger.
Yes, I think he's a winger.
Because that trenching, they have multiple Nigerian players.
Yeah, okay. Nigeria.
He's a winger. I was thinking of Philip Azango.
Okay.
Emmanuel Uchegbu is a forward. Yeah, he's a forward. He's a forward.
Yeah.
But I mean, to be fair, I don't watch trenching. I follow their games. I don't watch them. I know that Philip Azango at a point was doing well. He's who I was thinking of. He was doing well.
Azango, he was in Dutch League. I think they took him to. Was it?
I'll go and watch Uchegbu closer.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Closer.
This question was to Kola Bright said that this will fire out so quickly because time is already fast. But I don't want to say Obina and Waneri play for Super Eagles too, and
yes.
So he was just trying to confirm what you were trying to say, that it can be a regular, but we don't have the players now. So IoT, this question is to you. I know that you are into sport business and everything. Why can't Dangote buy Kano pillars? Invest with
I beg, let's move on. Like say you tell Dangote may go buy Trump coin. You just want him to just waste his money. Please. Buy Canopilas. If Canopilas even have mind to open their books and say, well, these are our whole books, and I'm sure any investor will run. Please, let's be serious here.
I wish Mosepe could buy a Nigeria club. This government runs club. How can Mosepe come and buy? You think Mosepe wants to come and use money? Go and buy the Nigerian club. So people will be using his money to go and club every Friday.
That's the reality of it is that if you are going to buy a club in a league, you look at the landscape of the whole league as a whole, because the league, like Premier League clubs, do you know how much money they get from the league itself? Because of TV rights, because of marketing, because of all these things. A big part of their revenue is the league. Based on the position you finish at the end of the season, the league will pay you money as well. So before you even start doing different things for your club, say you go collect like 20, 30, 40 million pounds from the league itself, just based on TV, everything. In Nigeria, do you have that? You go and buy a club, you invest everything, but they don't feel watch your club for TV.
I will rather have Dangote buy a club in Tanzania than in Nigeria.
Rebel that are streaming their games on YouTube before, they're not allowed to do it again.
Because they say, we have given the rights to somebody, but that person where you give the rights, they show the match.
They show the match.
Myself, make I go buy MPFL rights. Make I just know say I get rights. Just they chill.
Yes, the guy that is doing the rights. I think it's now UK. This guy did. Now only one camera they go to use.
That's what I'm saying. The times they stream, they will bring one camera. They say, "Oh, AI powered camera."
AI powered camera.
See,
which camera is AI powered camera?
That time, all the people were picking it up, were making noise. I just say, well, we like to fool ourselves. We just like
it's the first in West Africa.
IoT has been like
the AI power camera, now the camera where everybody gets local clubs for all these countries. Now video where they use for training, or which camera is it? It was fancy about it, but AI powered Nigerian media they carry. I'm like saying, impressive something. Now we're watching
the Lagos Liga was properly done, like compared to this.
See, Victor Modo. That's why I always give Victor Modo his credits. That guy knows production. He knows video recording. He knows how to create video content. Victor Modo now do all the production for Lagos Liga now. Multiple cameras, multiple people handling different things. Big production team. He does this professionally. All the overlays, all the replays, like standard level of production. But hire somebody like that, not lie.
IoT has been like, I just said it last week on the Olewa's live that now Azam TV of Tanzania is now the one covering the Kenyan league. Go and see the way they cover league. I was like, because we feel that we are too big, that we are bigger than some countries, so we cannot call them come and do something for us. Meanwhile, we don't know how to do it well. Get these people, let them come and cover our league for us and see what we're going to get. Instead of you using like when we always say e-commerce camera, video coverage. Can you just imagine?
Yeah.
So let me just talk about this Osuji. Yeah. That boy, I am praying for him. Maybe we are going to get mojo back when we have players like Uche Chukwu, Taibo and Co. That boy, because he's young, and I pray that his handlers will guide him well. Yeah. So that we not go the route of others, and please serve us well. That's my prayer for him.
I hope the minders can also help him too, and also what the coach of under 20 can also invite him to the Under-20 World Cup, because if you have Benjamin Fredericks and the boy at central defense, I think you are more assured very well of performance. In fact, it will be better than the boy that you interviewed. What was it called? The guy that plays for in the Swedish second division. Forgot his name.
Ogushe?
Yeah, Ogushe, yes. You better. So let me just quickly move on to these comments. These comments say that the Ini boys are media savvy. I'm just like it's not that. The issue is just that they know they're just professional about what they do. They don't really say anything. And from someone that went to the AFCON, he told me that anytime they are going, they always go together. They're the first to come and actually when they're having a meeting, that they're always there. But I'm hearing that even one person says it's very big, it's too big on the team. When they go call breakfast, no go come down for breakfast. No, but these boys are always there. I'm just trying to be these boys are always there. It's just about knowing your right, knowing what to do. So for me, I give it to the Indian boys, so may all this transport continues. So I want to ask this question to I want to ask IoT. I'm going to ask IoT. Let me start with IoT before I wrap it up. IoT, if this man decides to build his team differently, and 90% of them are Indian boys, do you think there's going to be a media uproar against him? Do you think there's going to be like
that one is guaranteed now? Guaranteed. People like without whenever I mention somebody's name, the person will get upset, whether or not I'm saying something negative. But there are people that we know, like they push a very strong home-based agenda. We know that their whole thing is whether or not it is deserved home-based, which I don't blame them. Everybody get their agenda. My own agenda, I say me everybody brand themselves properly, me everybody get respect. And that's my agenda. That's my mission. So everybody get their own agenda at the end of the day. So there's going to be people that would surely talk about it. Oh, why are they no more? Why are they no less? Everything. So yeah, there will be.
So I also, you think so that it's going to be like a media conspiracy against this man?
Yes, there's going to be. There's going to be, and I won't blame the coach because IoT, the way it is here. Oh, people in America know the way it is here. Many employers, they want to employ Africans and Hispanic people because they know that those ones, they will work well, do their job instead of employing people that were, the people here. So you have to make do with people that will do give you the results. But we trust our people. Even IoT, if the people don't even like our so-called legends and journalists, they don't even like Chelle. Anything he does now, anything he tries to do, they will do what? They will still conspire against him. So they will conspire against him, but I think Nigerians should support him.
Yeah. I'm hearing that he has been banned from granting interview. So that's the bad news for us because we'd like to talk to him in Morocco. So Stardom's from granting interview for now.
Yeah.
Just wanted to ask you what So that'd been very good to talk to him, because Stardom's in what's going Nigeria is different. So I've not had of any excuses from Chukwueze. So
See what this might
Stardom in Nigeria hits different because you know that you can oppress Nigerians, because you know that you have more money than Nigerians. That's the only way it hits different. When you come to these abroad countries that they don't give a damn how much money you have, they don't care about your money. Nigeria fans, when fans meet a player, what they Baba, do something for us now, show love. That's what fans abroad. If you pass signature and picture, they don't need your money. In fact, they're the ones that even want to give you money. They don't need your money. So that's the only reason why Stardom in Nigeria hits different, because you know that you're richer than other people and that you can oppress with your money. Nothing else. I'm not going to go about anything that Chukwueze has happened, but that's the only reason why Stardom is different. If a Nigeria, let's be realistic here. If a Nigerian journalist catches you in a compromising situation, takes a picture, and you offer him $1,000, let's be realistic. If that happens in Lagos, wouldn't that person collect the $1,000?
You go destroy him. Destroy everything.
Like, let's be realistic here.
How much is the camera? How much is the camera? I will break the camera.
See, in Nigeria, you can use money to just do everything, but abroad, you offer somebody $1,000. Don't get me wrong, $1,000 is good. I can go and buy something nice with it. I can buy an iPhone. But in reality, am I going to sell my integrity for one iPhone? Do you know what I'm saying? But in Nigeria, that $1,000 is different. So that's the reason why Stardom is different in Nigeria. You have money, you can oppress. That's the reason why Burna Boy would do all sorts of things. People will defend him. He has money, he can oppress. Same thing with Davido, same thing with Wizkid, same thing with any Nigerian player. It's just that you have money and you can oppress with the money. Nothing else makes Stardom different.
But I don't see, not everybody do. I'm sorry to, I'll just give you a minute. I remember the first time I met Pasuma was my friend somewhere. He came in the club. If you see, this guy is 57. I'm like 8 years ago than him. He bowed for every one of us. We're in a club. Pasuma also grew up on the streets of Mushi. He was not bad for every one of us. The same thing when I met him in the US, he did the same thing. He bad for every one of us. The thing is, it depends on you, on how you, it depends on how you handle Stardom. If you let Stardom overwhelm you, you're on your own. Don't say, try and control your Stardom.
Yeah.
For people around you. people that can tell you when to talk and when not to talk. That's just it.
It's just about if that player can maintain their humility or not. Because you get some people who go make millions, they are still humble, they are still
Yes.
calm. See, if again, like I said, if you make money, I must see the signs say you don't make money. Not be only your clothes we supposed change, but at the same time, you still maintain your humility. You still maintain the reality of it is that because you are rich doesn't make you better than anybody else, but if that person feels like his money can make him do whatever he wants to do, you can do and undo, you can talk to people anyhow. That's when the problem starts. Not like you're right, not everybody is like that. But Nigeria in general, now this is a general Nigerian thing. We're a very oppressive country in general.
Yes.
Most people, the person where they self well, if he cheats you out of 100.5, well, he go cheat you. The person where they do traffic coordinator, if he can use his power a little bit to oppress you and collect money, he will. So Nigeria in general is a very oppressive country. Then those that now have money, sometimes they can now feel like, because of their money now they can just do any. Is it not Nigeria that we saw a House of Rep person we talk say, I will lock you in my gatehouse, nothing will happen to you, and they will forget you there. So once people have money, they have power. They just want to oppress most of the time.
Some people, when you say money and power, they go together. And I won't lie to you, I agree with what you have been saying. Some people, when they have that money, you will never know. Some people are still humble, like you mentioned about Taiwan. When I'm not like to you. It was calling one of his teammates, and I said, teammates, Egbon, uncle, and this thing. I was so surprised if it's someone that we know now. But it's not to call Egbon, but Taiwan is very intelligent. He knows what he wants to do. Because he's calling, it's respecting, he doesn't mean that he doesn't know what he wants to do. If you mess up, he will deal with you nicely. It's not as if he doesn't know what he's doing. So when some people might misguide is this thing. I don't want us to go deep into some areas, so that because all these people running, collecting small change in different corners and chopping okra and talking from one side of the mouth, imagine a player flopped in a match and you give him the man of the match. Imagine so biased. So he flopped 100% in the match, and I saw the analysis of that match from the photojournalist, and he gave that guy the man of the match as by flopping badly in that match just because of your paymaster. No. So let me just say so we get that one to you. Let me just talk about this comment because time is already fast spent. YouTube looks like YouTube. So just to make a quick comment on money topic. Money does not reach. I don't know what you're trying to say here. Is it people?
Sorry, this is actually a very, very good point.
Very good point.
Money does not change you. Money just amplifies who you are. That's a very good point. If you are an oppressive person, when you now have money, you go oppress times 10. So I think Lukman is making sense with that comment. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So somebody said that Olewa 1 or number 2. I feel that yes. I don't agree with Olewa.
Trust me. It's because Olewa and Austin are the ones that engage with us. There are people go on Twitter. I don't want to name names. If you think Olewa and Austin are bad, go on Twitter. You see all kind of agenda.
I don't think so. I've also that's my main man. I don't think so. He also knows all these things that these guys are not really a regular friend. I don't know if it's even here. A regular friend said, I respect you guys for not promoting this news as much as it's a poor one. Like I saw Nigerian football page posting it, but in all, it will we would not like to bring him down. Yeah, I agree with you.
Which page posted it? I want to go and see the comments.
No, don't go there. A lot of them.
Which page now? Which page?
So I just hope that in the face of this storm, he gets. So Lukman also give a comment. This is the last comment I'm going to actually take because the time is already fast. I've already crossed the 2 hours mark. So I know that guys, there's going to be IoT watch along on Monday.
Yeah, watch along for the CAF.
Yes, there's also one watch along in Lagos too. There's another one I really love it in Lagos too. So So, Avek, what time do you do live so I can add to my calendar? So it's we have Nigerian FC podcast at 11 p.m. UK time on Tuesday.
11
So
p.m. Nigerian time, no be UK time.
Oh, sorry, 11 p.m. Nigerian time. Sorry, on Tuesday, and there's also this one too, 11 p.m. Nigerian time on Friday. We also have that, and all that what? Let me just put all that there too. What I don't come live on Instagram. I don't know.
Yeah, on Monday.
Mondays. Yeah.
Okay.
Mondays around 2 o'clock Nigerian time.
But he
around 8 o'clock Nigerian time.
Yes.
Whatever.
You wait till 3 o'clock in the middle of the night before. The quality is always.
Man, are you following us on social media? Follow Eagle Striker NG on Instagram. Follow Gun Football on Instagram. And then you would always see the post. We would post the day, of the show as well to remind people and everything.
And,
so follow.
And this is also another AFCON year. You might be seeing me and IoT talking side by side during the AFCON. Having a proper live show, not on the we're having a proper studio, discussing about games live from Morocco, talking about those games. So it's not going to be sometime online, I hope that IoT could get himself to Morocco,
Oh, well, that said it's Team Nigeria UK that posted it. I mean,
IoT, as I said, don't go there. I said, don't go there.
That's not surprising.
Not active on Instagram, but I will find you there. Okay. Thank you for
that. I cannot even see the post because he don't block me. So
okay.
I'm still a beautiful bride, so I'm still allowed to join.
Okay. I don't even care about that. But just also talk about it. So I know that who still follow. I beg. Because I don't just know anything about what is going on in that area any longer. I don't know. I don't know.
I saw. Okay, let me not say this on live. But I saw something yesterday. He don't partner with one of our guys now. Did you see it, Midlai?
No.
He's on somebody's board of directors. You don't see him.
I don't see which.
No, we go talk offline.
Okay. All right. So Uzayo, see, I don't want to go into that conversation because
I have a question for you. Is team irregular or Everton? Should he be invited to Spy Goose now? So that just play 6 games.
My answer is always the same. When he's ready for us, he should switch his nationality, and I will think about him. I know they think about him.
So I'll be clamoring for him. That should invite him, and he has played just 6 matches for Everton.
Yeah, Lukman already followed us. So and the issue is this: when I was about to end this live, that is when our guy actually joined Kingsley Patrick from this. I was already struck my 2 hours mark. But my guy, I'm just going to give him, before I bring him on, let me just, I don't know, maybe LT want to talk about Emeka Eze now, or you want me to just to wrap it up and talk about that one later, like Emeka Eze.
Oh.
Okay, let me just take
Sorry, I got distracted. Were you talking to me?
Yeah, I was talking to you. Let me just take comment from Mr. Kingsley Patrick. Then I will talk about. So let me just try and take it down slightly because we're wrapping it up now.
Okay.
If you want to, we're still gonna do maybe during the week next week. It's okay. I don't know. Let me know your schedule. At least don't go to the other room and try and come to this because people have been saying that you ask I should be screenshotting it so I can send their name to you. It's
Ola Lucas.
No. It's Ola Cubes. He says he's calling from Iran. He's the one saying that he went to be a palo. So let me just take you down slightly now and bring him Kingsley Patrick so I can just wrap it up.
Thank you. Yeah, talk of like.
I didn't do my co-host today, but thank you for coming.
Yeah, I slept off.
Okay. I will use call so we wake you up.
So Olusayo is asking you questions. It's like he said, what could have happened to you and David? I fell in love with you when you were together.
He said, I didn't say
He say, I don't know. He said he fell in love with all of you. I don't know who be the all, but
now wow, we could have. What had happened to you and David? I fell in love with all of you when you were together.
Bro, life happens.
I
Life
don't.
happens.
You know
IoT is
what?
my spokesperson. So
I'm going to
Life
do.
happens, bro.
I'm actually going to do a YouTube video, and I'll talk about that. I'll
see
talk
that
about
one go hit how many views? You know, this that one.
IoT, do it. IoT, do it. I support you. Do it.
IoT.
it. I
You
don't
know,
know.
there's what I like about IoT is that IoT is fearless. So IoT doesn't care.
The only other than God there and my family, if my father texts me say, okay, don't do this, I go listen to my father. But anybody else, they feed me now.
Exactly. You.
You're not housing me, you're not my wife, you're not I don't think they tell me.
That's my upbringing. I family, God,
IoT. People
my
already say that
parents, and my wife.
do it. In fact, the day you premiere the video, those that will be watching. Those that some people have been waiting for him too. I won't lie to you, some one footballer asked one of our persons, say, why did you block this guy? I don't know that all these people, footballers too, they know about all these stories. I don't know that they have group chat. They know. Say, they know now. Say, I'm surprised. I'm surprised that all these things they listen. I don't know.
These players, they hear everything, they
They
see
hear everything. They hear
Whether
everything.
they hear everything, they see everything. That's the reality. That's why I always say players who act like, oh, I know saying, oh, talk about me, I don't care. They all care. They care.
Okay.
They care, die. They're just pretending.
In fact, when that guy narrated everything, I don't want to mention the club that the guy is playing for, because the guy said that he came to me for something. Just this one, like things like that. I don't want to say the club the guy is playing for, because all of them say, we know now. Like 3 of them say, we know. They know everything. No, they know everything. No, I just hope that
Let me drop out so I can bring Chrissy Patrick.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I know that so can drop that so I can bring Mr. Chrissy Patrick. So Malga, you always come when we're about to end the live. But
Good evening, sir.
Yes,
I didn't know. I forgot completely. So
okay.
remembered it, and
We have discussed few things. I know that the ones that you might like to talk about is talking about the Super Eagles. Eric Chide have not been given target to go and win the AFCON, but he thinks that he can actually go and win the AFCON. Do you think that he can go one better than Ose Pasero?
Okay.
The draw is on Monday.
Yeah, I saw the where they did the pot A, pot B, pot 1, pot 2, pot 3. And I think Nigeria is the pot 1, where we have Algeria, Egypt. It's possible to win the AFCON, but winning in North Africa is it's not always. You have to be very good because of the hostility. I know we won in Tunisia 94, but outside Tunisia 94, maybe Morocco 88, we came to final. But since after that time, I know in the North Africa, I remember, was it 2004 when we
Tunisia.
with Tunisia. When I remember the Nigerian journalist that was in the stadium, Chelle Obi, Lale Zamoje, and some of these guys were saying that they were so scared when the match was going to penalties. They wanted Tunisia to win because they don't know what will happen to them if Nigeria win.
Yes.
So I know that it's not easy to play in North Africa. But be it as it may, it's possible he can win it, but it's not going to be easy. But it's possible. Pasero had time he did a lot of experiments. At the time that he was about to strike a balance, they sacked him, which I felt was not good. You could have sacked him when he was losing. By the time he strike
They did renew contract. Yeah.
so you sack the person, and so which I just it's possible, but we just watch and see.
Yeah.
For now, yeah.
I want to ask you a question just before we actually, looking at the host and win situation. I know that Algeria hosted 1990, they won.
Yeah.
Morocco hosted 1988, they were in semi-finals.
Yes.
Egypt hosted 1986, they won.
They won, yes.
I think 1970, was it 1974? Was it Morocco? No, 1976 was
74 was Zaire. And
Zaire.
I think Zaire, former Congo.
I think Morocco won.
Yeah.
Morocco won. So this host and win, I think when the North African team hosts, they are likely to win. But of recent, it's not been like that. I remember Egypt hosted. People are thinking that Egypt will win. Well, is this small South Africa that are going to come and beat them? Do you think that this VR thing,
South Africa now deal with Africans, but they always find it difficult against West Africa opposition.
Yes.
But they find it easy with North Africa, but
yes,
West Africa is their nightmare. Yeah.
Yeah. West Africa is a nightmare. So for me, I've looked at him very well. I just hope that the only thing that can stop him from not doing well is the dressing room. If the dressing room did not really buy, that's why I was saying that if he wants to succeed very well, he should build. I don't want to mention the player's name. He should try and build his team around a particular player. I don't want to mention the player's name here. He's not born in Nigeria, he's born abroad. Because, I just think that the synergy and everything, that guy will to build, to put everything together. If the player did not sabotage this guy, did not want the FA to sack him, I think he will do well. And his work, he has been working very hard. I don't know, maybe he's going to reach out to Eagle Striker one day and get a list of players from you. But I can tell you that he has been working hard to get, to monitor players, to watch games on TV, to do everything, to see how Nigerian players should perform. And everything, according to, like, what's it called? If things work according to plan, you already know 80% of his lineup. That we actually watch.
He's still going to stick to the normal players.
Yes, he's going to. He's right now.
I think some guys are like, I saw Dreza yesterday scored
this
a good goal against Man
United, yes.
Europa Cup, and I think Leo Balogun also played that match for Rangers. So we still need, because that defense, I think when Pasero was there, Pasero was able to bring the best of Kevin Bassey. But since Pasero left, Kevin Bassey has been suspect in that central defense. But when Pasero was there, the guy was he played so very well. But so I know, and when General was there, Leon Balogun was very good. He was, his pairing with Strong Second was very solid. I remember the qualifiers. In fact, he captained Nigeria against Algeria in August, when they play 1-1 or so.
Yeah.
So in the World Cup qualifier. So I don't know why they completely blacked him out, dropping completely from the national team.
I don't know, maybe I still want to comment on this thing. He said something on his podcast, I don't know, with that guy, that those that need to know about my availability, they know about it. So I'm still fully a Nigerian international. What do you think he was trying to say there? That those that need to know, they know about my availability.
I'm not going to speculate on what he was saying, but like at the end of the day, it's just like he's available, he's there, them not calling him up is not his decision. It's not. So yeah.
Yes. So for me, so if he can play for Nigeria, I think he will be the oldest player in Nigeria history.
You mean who?
Yeah, Balogun to play for Nigeria.
But it's still possible.
It's still possible.
To me, Roger Miller was drafted for retirement in 1990, and he performed wonders. I won African Footballer of the Year 1990 for retirement.
Yes,
somebody that retired, President Paul Biya, you know, say he asked him to join the national team. You know, and he was, because Cameroon did badly in 90 AFCON. So the president have to call Miller for retirement. And he performed wonder.
And you know that time, for them to go for a 3-month camp, who can do it now? 3 months camp. Who can camp players for 3 months here? Never. So they went for like a 3-month camp before the World Cup. And the coach drilled them. In fact, when I saw the videos of the trainings they did in that 3 months, they really prepared them for that World Cup, you know. And for me, if I'm not mistaken, Morocco did well though, but the best team that Africa have sent to the World Cup, I think, was Cameroon.
Yeah, that Cameroon was why they gave Africa 5 slots from 3 to 5. It was after that performance, because they almost beat England in the quarterfinal. If not the 2 controversial penalties they gave England, you know, that's, you know, they made the match. They almost England, and Bobby Robson made the comment. He said that he prefers playing Germany than playing Cameroon, because you cannot use their video clips of their matches to assess them. Are you going to wait after 45 minutes? They bring Roger Miller, and Roger Miller will come and perform that.
Because you
can video matches, you cannot read what they are capable of doing. They took 2 red cards against Argentina opening match. I won 9 against 11. 2 red cards. That was 11. I still won the opening match against eventual finalist and defending champion.
That was one of the greatest World Cup games, you know, by an African team. Argentina against Cameroon. So I'm rounding up now. So Mr. Patrick, I know that you still will come next week for the reaction to the draws and see exactly where we land. The list of Chelle is already putting out the list, so it's gonna be out very soon.
You know, the list for the World Cup qualifier.
It's gonna be out around February. So I think it's getting a list of like 50 players to execute the World Cup qualifier. So it's going to call out 27 players, you know, to camp. And you know, because it's a 2-legged game. So at least I'm also monitoring what Rwanda is doing currently. I'm also trying to monitor what they are doing. So by the start of February, we'll start a countdown to that game, you know, and tell you exactly what Rwanda is doing and what is going on.
So yeah, that is actually what you are saying is what they used to do those days. I remember, I don't know, most of the so-called indigenous coaches, they don't do it now. I remember when 1994, when they were about to play the draws or something, they sent Tunde Disu to go and watch Algeria match, send Mohammed to go and watch this match to you know, scout, notice those are like players, but they don't do that thing again.
They don't do that again.
And the guy that scored against South Africa, against the 1-1 we played in Nigeria, South Africa. That South African guy that scored that goal was the same guy that scored 2 goals against is it Algeria in a friendly match?
Yes, you don't scout.
So if you have noticed, you will know that this is dangerous guy. You could have find a system to mark him.
But the coach that was meant to be our coach said, we have scouted them. My WhatsApp is full. That was he said on the interview. He said, my WhatsApp is full. No, what they said there. He said, my WhatsApp is full about the taxis of South Africa. Say he knows them. The WhatsApp is too full. So all what he do now, God save us for that game. If we lost that game, I wouldn't have thought about qualify for the World Cup again. Now God just save us for that game.
Yes, we are just lucky to get that equalizer.
To get at this thing.
Yeah,
so
you know,
we were just fortunate to get it. And we're talking more about the strength and weaknesses of what's it called, of Rwanda. IoT said something about the goalkeeper of Rwanda that it will be key. And we didn't know this weakness. Say now, if you will play ball for up, he's very strong. Just put him for down. They don't know. Well, and all this.
Yes, you are correct, because I remember when they interviewed the South African goalkeeper after he caught 5 penalties against Cape Verde in the is it AFCON quarterfinal.
Quarterfinal. Yeah.
He said the analyst went studied all their players, gave him a tip of all the analysts gave him. So that was why he was able to anticipate where they are going to play the ball. And that, so which means that coaching, in as much as you are doing coaching, you also study your opponent, know their weak points, exploit it. It's not just to coach, and this is what the home-based coaches are lacking. They just feel that if you have professional assembly them together, this person is playing Napoli, this person is playing in Atlanta, you just win a match. But you need to do that underground work, because that is where you get your results. Because if you don't get somebody's weak point, you cannot score or win that person. So
yes,
this
you
is
cannot tell
an area.
Yes.
That's area they so I believe they need to work on that.
So we are ready. I know that I promised 1 hour. I'm ready out of time. But just before I actually want to wrap it up, there's an interview coming up on the table of Eagle Striker on the home of Nigerian what's it called? Is it that podcast is called what?
Home of Nigerian Football Podcast.
Home of Nigerian Football Podcast. That is some of you enjoyed Anayo Ewala. What I like about that trailer was that in a draw, Ewala, hello, are you fit? Yes. Are you this? I like that trailer. Yes. How are you? Are you fit? Yes. Are you this? Yes. I like that. That part you really cut out that one very well. I really. Well, that trailer self, and they use that song on a regular basis. No one that was listening.
Shout out to my video editor. His name is Emeka.
Okay.
The boy is doing a really good job.
Yes. So he just said, and I won't lie to you, I've never seen a Nigerian player like that open up his mind like that for interview. When you open up mind, say like this, if you won't call me back, call me back. If you don't call me, that is all. He opened up, and kudos to Anayo. I will tell you here, try and get Leo Balogun. If you
I'll send him a message.
If you handle Leon Balogun in a podcast, it's going to be box office. I saw those things.
We still need that guy. That guy we still need him.
Yes,
he's better than some of these. When this guy Ajayi got injured, they tried. All the guys they have tried to pair with Ekong. They have been suspect. But I know when Balogun and Ekong was playing that role when Kenneth brought, they were very solid.
They were very solid. I think the coach will call him back. And you were trying to say something about
No, I was just going to say I'll send a message to Leon. For me, I've thought about it. Let me interview Leon, but I always just say, let me wait. I'll send him a message. I know that Leon always shares his mind. Leon doesn't fear anybody. He will see what he wants to say. And if I talk to him, we're going to have I know that it will be a very good conversation.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'd always wonder, say, I get charm for mouth where we say players go just always they talk to me, just they say things where they know. This next interview that you're about to play the trailer, when people watch it, the interview is again. If you don't like long form content, you can't enjoy my interview because the interview is 1 hour 50 minutes. But trust me, you are going to enjoy the 1 hour 50 minutes.
So one guy said that
I saw a message Enyimba out of CAF competition.
Out of CAF competition, yes.
This I think Kanu Nwankwo is the general manager. Is he the chief executive?
Yeah, he's general manager, yes.
Of Enyimba. I think the problem, I remember when this problem is the problem that Nigerian clubs has been having. I remember 1975, Rangers came to finals this same cup. They used to call it Champions Cup, Sekuture Cup.
Yeah.
They lost to Hafia.
Yes, Sekuture Cup. Yes.
Yeah. A very good team. Oh. Why did they lose that match? They were playing all their preliminary matches in Enugu Temporary Stadium. Then the finals, they moved it to National Stadium. So immediately they changed that stadium. Rangers, you know, they couldn't coordinate because they are, you know, the people that cheered them were not singing the type of this. They are not used to the stadium. So they lost to home and away to Hafia. Shooting Star came to final 84. This same cup, the same thing happened to Shooting Star. Shooting Star was beating every team in Ibadan 5-1. Liberty Stadium,
5-1. When they went to Lagos,
when they moved it to National Stadium, the Zamalek beat them home and away.
Yes,
the same thing happened. Then
that was
again,
1983,
1984.
84.
The same thing happened to Iwanyamu. 88. Iwanyamu against City. Iwanyamu was beating every team 4-1, 5-1. A township stadium. They moved the 10 to that time. National Stadium was under construction. They moved the final to Adama Sempa. Stadium.
And
Iwanyamu managed to beat 1-0 and went away and lost 4-0. So when Ojo Zokalu came in 2000, the first thing Ojo Zokalu did was to convince Esa Hayatu to you know, sanction Enyimba Stadium the final, and that was why Enyimba was able to beat Ismailia 2-0.
But you know that
lost one.
The second one, they went to go and play Abuja.
Yeah, the second one they almost lost because the match went on penalties.
Yeah,
you know, it was luck that Enyimba won that second match.
So
but actually, what I saw happen was because of their money was changing Dela Yunoba for Enyimba. When it comes to penalties, use Dela Yunoba.
Modi. Hey, fantastic! It's very small, skinny man, fantastic man. You get coach before, so let me just
he did it against Esperance in the semi-final. When the match was extra time, heading from penalty, he removed Yama.
I think we would have played the final
penalty and Dele saved. On that
So,
penalty. Then the same thing happened in the finals again. He removed Vincent Yama, brought in Dele.
So let me just say.
But I know this idea of playing the just let me finish what I'm saying. The idea of playing these matches at Uyo is not favoring our teams.
It's not favoring them.
Except the team has to relocate and they playing their home matches, their league. You get used to the stadium. That is the only solution. But the idea of playing their league matches in Aba and then playing the CAF Champions League or Confederation in Uyo is not helping the team because you need to win comfortably in
your home game before you go outside.
Yes, that will give you the confidence to play in away. But when you cannot win home, then away it will be difficult because most of the Nigerian teams are struggling now because of this same idea of playing, and that is the advantage of the North Africans because most of the clubs stadium is like national stadium. It's like their national stadium, so they don't have that problem. Or like when they tell these Sharks, what's this team in this River State that played last season? Rivers United played in that Uyo. It didn't affect them. So this is a problem. So they need to find a solution. Otherwise, countries will just be crashing out in the CAF competition.
I agree with you perfectly about it. I hope the government will either fix it. So I already overshoots again. But when competitions like this come with IoT and Mr. Chris Patrick, I'm always learning. And kudos, people have been talking to me, say, when Mr. Chris Patrick come, they are always learning about Nigerian football. Because some of these things, for me, I learn. Because some of these things, look at the IFA you told me now, in 1970. I was not born in 1970, but I read a lot about it. So when you took when you actually flashback to that now was like very, very good memory. There's going to be a day, and I told you about that. Maybe it's going to be on English Tracker out here. We're going to do a big throwback about our football, how we got here. Maybe I told you we're going to find a time to really talk is see me and you, maybe how we got here. Those key moments in our history, how we actually got here. And when I hear from you like this, always learning. So Emeka's interview is coming. Is it this week?
Tomorrow.
Okay, it's gonna be live tomorrow. What time? Nigerian time?
Tomorrow is going to be live on Eagles Tracker at 12 p.m. Nigerian time.
12 p.m. Nigerian time. So it's gonna be 11
in UK, 6 a.m. if you're on Eastern Standard Time.
So let me just play the thriller, then we see exactly how, maybe they say all this shocking thriller. The Awala thriller was so good. So
I'm born as a professional footballer, sorry, because I know that I'm going to make it, without playing in the streets with left coach. Coach approached me, you're a good player, I want you to come to my club. This guy took us to the academy to abandon us. No food, no water. And there's this club also, film that in Austria also that wants me. But it was a good step for me. Then I play against Ayers. That Nigeria still ground at another level. So I don't care about the money. I just want to play. I just want to prove myself. When all day your head, anywhere where you put your leg straight. The feeling was, let me tell you, it's really great. Like, to myself, I said to myself that I think this is the beginning.
So let me just try and play by one more time.
I'm born as a professional footballer, sorry, because I know that I'm going to make it, without playing in the streets with left coach. Coach approached me, you're a good player, I want you to come to my club. This guy took us to the academy to abandon us. No food, no water. And there's this club also, film that in Austria also that wants me. But it was a good step for me. Then I play against Ayers. That Nigeria still ground at another level. So I don't care about the money. I just want to play. I just want to prove myself. When all day your head, anywhere where you put your leg straight. The feeling was, let me tell you, it's really great. Like, to myself, I said to myself that I think this is the beginning.
So that was the thriller of Emeka Eze. Is going to be live tomorrow at 11 a.m. UK time, 12 p.m. Nigerian time.
Let me just quickly add something to that. Honestly, that trailer does not even do the interview justice. I will say that there's so much that we did not include in the trailer because I want people to go and see it when they watch the interview. He spoke about very long section of the interview was about his experience in Turkey. He still plays in Turkey, but man, this guy has been through a lot. Clubs have shown him Pepe, himself, he has shown clubs Pepe. He has shown clubs Pepe. He's a stubborn human being. But sometimes you have to be stubborn when you're dealing with all these clubs that just want to do you anyhow. Very interesting conversation. I'm sure that you guys will enjoy it. I'll be honest with you, the first 10 minutes are a little slow. But once it gets to like 15 minutes and then the story picks up, it's very interesting. It is a player that started in Nigeria, went to Cameroon, had to come back to Nigeria before going to Europe. Obviously went to Stormgrass like you saw there, then finally started to, progress in his career. And yeah, very, very interesting story. Lots of things that he said, even some things that he did not say just because he's still active and did not want to share everything. But trust me, you guys are going to enjoy the full conversation. I guarantee. If you don't enjoy it, I'll give you your 2 hours back.
So thank you. That's actually what that. So, Mr. Patrick, I hope that when we react to the AFCON draws, you're gonna be available on time to give us justice about who you think we progress from each group. For me, I'm really looking towards that draws, and I hope that we're gonna get a favorable draw. Before I go, finally, I'm gonna ask Mr. Patrick and also ask IoT, Mr. Kingsley. Will you prefer add a difficult draw for Nigeria or an easy draw for Nigeria on Monday?
I think if you sometimes easy draws make the our team to backslide. Just like this World Cup playoffs now. This World Cup now, if we are with a group with Cameroon, Algeria, maybe Egypt, maybe we could have sit up. We couldn't. We know that these people are dangerous, but maybe they see Rwanda, Benin Republic, Lesotho, Zimbabwe. Maybe that is why that overconfidence came in. So I believe that if I don't want to be placed in a group of death, but I also want a group that we not be group of them, but we have strong team to give them a run for their money. Because if you come out, I remember when you go on the last one, a Tunisian team that have 7 players down with COVID-19, including their coach. We couldn't beat them in the round of 16. A team that have 7 of their regulars down with COVID, including their coach, we couldn't beat them. So, but if we they traveled, because they came third in their group as best loser, they traveled from their group to Garoua. We were playing most of our matches in Garoua. We couldn't beat them. So that's part of that thing. So that's why I want I don't want a group of that too, but I also want a group that we have a team that will give us a run for our money, so that it will prepare them for knockout. Because the group you come out sometimes we make our Mayu. If you remember Atlanta 96, we were in the same group with Brazil, and we still made Brazil in the semi-final, and that prepared us to face them again and win them. Because we have faced them before. So, but if you come out from a smooth group, you will just somehow relax, and so I want a group that will have a mixture of tough team and soft team.
What about your team?
I want an easy group. I want an easy group. I'm sorry. I'm not. I like to be honest with myself. The reality of it is that to be the best, you have to beat the best. But I don't want unnecessary wahala in the group stage. Let us be able to go to the group stage, win our first 2 matches. The third match, we can rotate the squad a little bit, bring in some other players to rest the important or the more important players, and then go into the knockout rounds fully focused. The truth is, whether your group is hard, whether your group is easy, you don't control what's happening in the other groups. So you can still get an easy draw in the knockout. You can still get a difficult draw in the knockout. But I would be honest, I prefer, even when for my club too, same thing. Let us be facing small teams. Enter semi-final, play the big team. Let's go as far as we can go. Nobody one way then go put team now. We go prepare you for group stage. If Super Eagles go home in group stage, I'll cry.
The last time it happened was Libya 82. So thank you guys for joining. So fantastic edition today. It's already 1:45 here in the UK. So thank you guys for joining. I will see you again next week, God willing. Thank you.
Very much.
Mr. Patrick and Mr. Yoti. Thank you for for joining.
Thank you.
I remain your host. Thank you. I remain your host, Smithlai. Thank you for joining. See you guys on Monday, maybe later after your piece live, later for the reaction to the draws. And then we're gonna look at how far the gear we go. Thank you guys for joining. Cashew.